Our ancestors built the first city as a beacon of peace on Earth. And it almost was. Until one night, an unseen force plucked it from the very face of the Earth and placed it under unfamiliar stars. It was a bountiful world with no sign of civilization. A world we named Paragon. With no way to return home, we adapted. New governments were built from the seeds of our past, and with them grew new ways of life. But the vices of old still festered. Organized crime bled out from the shadows and took root, preying on the foundation of our new home. But this world had one more surprise in store. A mysterious element in the atmosphere that gave a fraction of the population superhuman abilities. Under the leadership of the city's first hero, the Age of Legends had begun. 300 years later, Paragon thrives under the protection of its champions. And yet, the shadows of the past still linger. When darkness rises, it will fall to the next generation of young heroes to defend the first city. Hello, and welcome to the season premiere of First City, Volume 3. That is right. Ooh, we are back, and I am bringing my biggest energy because, gang, honesty moment, this is a story arc that I have been waiting for, eagerly anticipating, since the very beginning, before the very beginning, the beginning of the beginning. So, this is going to be a very, very, very fun one, filled with surprises for both the audience and the players. Speaking of which, I'm Ian Frost. Hello, I will be running this game, as I always do, joined by Asteria.
Hello, I'm Asteria. I'm excited. The tournament arc is my favorite arc of any anime ever.
Yeah. And Eric.
Bang bang! I concur with Asteria's sentiments. Tournament arc slaps, and we're gonna go hard as hell.
If you are joining us for the very first time, as is the nature of comic book story arcs, while I welcome you to go back and look at all of the context, you can still drop in here as we move through the story. We will sort of reintroduce characters and what they look like. There will be little bits and pieces of lore all throughout, so welcome, new viewers. Hi.
We appreciate you.
We do,
And
we appreciate you very much.
If you're an old viewer, you might notice that we are one player down. Do you want to reveal that now, Ian, or is that a surprise?
Oh, it's not a surprise. I mean, canonically in the story, Jeremy did leave the city.
That's true.
But just because Jeremy isn't here doesn't mean that you're not going to see Ben. Just you wait.
Secrets.
Secrets. But all shall be revealed, all in good time. And in the spirit of having a good time, I say let's get this party rolling, shall we?
Party rock is in the house tonight.
Everybody, let's have a good time.
Well then, there's no previously on the first city here. There is only to fade in. Not on the concrete jungle of the first city, but on a very different jungle. The jungle, in point of fact. As we see the Titan Wilds for the very first time.
Yeah, let's go!
Not all of it. Just a glimpse. We begin as we turn the cover page to the first. We look up from a first-person point of view, up 20, 30 even, 30 feet up, as a beam of sunlight peers through a clearing in the dense tree line. In the distance, large shapes, impossible shapes of titans move through their low growling, a distant but not too distant, memory, as this clearing is filled with nothing but dead silence and anticipation. And as we look up in this clearing, we see high above these thick, reddish trees with their branches naturally interlocking in a tight weave, creating a circular canopy like a walkway, overlooking, like an overhang over this open clearing. And upon that walkway, positioned in a circle, are 5 seats embedded within the lacework of these branches. And in these seats are 5 custodi, individuals who are diverse in every way, truly. In age, though there are no children here, they are all adults to elders. And they are diverse in gender, age, ethnicity even, but all of them share this look of neutrality and patience as they look down. And all of them are wearing a somewhat ceremonial outfit that actually I'll leave Asteria to describe.
Yeah. Designed 2 hours ago, essentially.
Hot off the presses.
Hot off the presses. So all of them have one central component to them, with elements that are most custodi, when in their formal garb, will choose to opt into. But the thing that is constant throughout all of these people is they're wearing a high, tight turtleneck sort of shirt that travels the length of their torso, coming to a point at about the hip, which is long sleeved. Some of them have opted in for the very anime like thumb and like final 2 finger cutouts. Some of them have full gloves, and they all have 5 golden stripes running down the center of the throat all the way down the length of the torso. The example I've drawn has a sort of blue wrap situation with flowing sleeves that fall down in a waterfall sort of pattern, as well as dark blue flowy harem like pants, just without the cinching at the bottom. Very flowy situation. And so if we think about, for people who have seen the previous volumes, what Haremone's hunter's garb looks like, very similar to that, very wrapped, very flowy, but that costatum blue with the 5 gold lines everyone on this council seat has.
So as these 5 figures are looking down at our perspective, we get a good look at all of them, and one of them might be familiar to our viewers. As one, there is not an actual physical presence sitting in the chair, but rather a holographic projector built into the seat as we see the shimmering image, 3-dimensionally projected, of Aditya, who has very sharp features, dark hair pulled back into a tight bun, and very harsh hawk-like eyes. His neutrality borders on the serious, but then again, it always does. But the figure in the center, looking directly down at our perspective, you see a woman in her 40s with thick black hair pulled into one very long, very thick but simply braided braid that is threaded with gray over her ears and then tied into the braid as well. She has very strong features, a very wide nose, very angular lips, but kind eyes. As she looks down, she raises one hand toward us. Her other hand is up on what appears to be some kind of vine, but it looks like that same threaded wood, but it's been altered, turned into this, what looks like a very strong sort of tensile table made of this branch material. And we see actually that
all 5, well, 4 out of 5 of these figures, not including Aditya, have one hand, their dominant hand, on one such cable. They all seem to connect in the center overhead above our perspective as we look up. And this woman, with her other hand outstretched, says, "Please, step forward." And as we follow her eye line down, we see that all of these ropes that these figures are holding, they all connect overhead to an intricate pulley system, connected at 4 points to a wooden platform large enough for 2 people to stand on comfortably, with railing built up around it so one does not fall. And then as we turn from this establishing splash page, we finally see the subjects of our perspective. We see standing side by side Pantheon, with her short, choppy, purple hair, her bright purple eyes as well, wearing her full hero costume, golden belt, light blue and white bodysuit with a flowing red cape. But there is an addition. She is wearing a black cord necklace with a very large tooth on it. And standing next to Pantheon is our very own Hairomone.
Yes.
And if you'd like to describe how Hairomone looks now, here in their home.
Woo!
Honestly, not that different
Brand.
than in First City, because as everyone could probably put together, in this moment, Hairmone's main outfit over the last 2 seasons has actually been their formal hunter's guard, a demonstration of their station to the people, well, not the people, but the students of Moonlight who would see them. So we see them wearing blue, costatum blue, under like tube top situation, with a blue costatum tabard with 2 gold stripes, a sort of overwrap that's forest green crisscrossing across and then flowing down, boots, what are these called?
Bracers?
Bracers, greaves, if you will, and sort of this middle wrap that keeps like all the organs tight, made out of brown leather of some sort, with pouches, and they're holding their double-ended costatum spear. They have brown, deep, rich brown skin that you can only see a couple of scars right now. They have one across the right side of their face, tracing up towards the corner of their eye and nose. And they have these piercing golden eyes that you can only like feel that they're like piercing through your soul, no matter how warm the expression is. And they are a very warm, expressive person, but the eyes are just so, peering out of that deep, rich skin. It's like, whoa. And they have a waterfall of curly black hair that falls down and down and down to about their tailbone. And they're looking up at this main council member who's speaking to them.
Sick ass fit.
As she's still holding her hand out, gesturing toward you to step up to the platform, Pantheon turns to you, her hand still at her side, but she overturns the hand, palm up, closest to you, to allow you to take her hand if you want to. And she simply says, with a warm smile, "I'm with you."
Take her hand, and we step up.
You step up onto the platform, and it's sturdy. The thunk of wood under your feet feels very familiar to you. And if it's unfamiliar to Pantheon, she does not show it. The council member immediately to the right of this central figure, still one hand on the rope with the other hand, indicates to the central figure and says, "We have elected council member Risa Estrada as the resonant voice of this particular gathering. As such, she will now recite the oath so that this proceeding may begin." They all bow their heads and keep their hands on that rope as Risa Estrada begins to speak, looking directly at you. She says, "With equal hands we raise you, Selena Ondi and Pantheon of the First City, to our council. Will you swear to speak no lies within the clearing, to meet all questions with an open heart, that when your feet touch ground once more, your steps will be guided by our consensus?"
I think in unison, we both say, "We do."
We do. And they all nod their heads and begin to raise you with calculated, equal pulls on their ropes, up and up and up until the platform is suspended, equal to their eye line. Risa begins to speak once more. "We gather here for two distinct reasons. First and foremost, Pantheon, you have walked among us through our cities and our streets for close to 2 weeks now. You have shared the food from our tables, the stories from our loved ones, and shared some of your own. And we have watched. You have hunted. We do not take this lightly. But as to our first matter, we must look farther to the past. 60 years ago, you violated our law. You crossed our borders. Pantheon, she nods. You were forthcoming in telling us this now. The huntress, who you claim saved your life. This secret died with her until you have returned it to us. The knife that she gifted you was not hers to gift to an outsider. But you have in turn gifted it back to our people. She raises a hand upward as though she's holding a knife, gesturing for you to hold the knife up.
I pull it out.
A gift such as this is not to be taken lightly. That huntress was my grandmother.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
And considering the current state of affairs, the way that you have helped our goals, helped Selena on their path, we see no need to punish you. And the legacy of my grandmother is already written in the stars. It cannot be unwritten. It cannot be tarnished. We are more concerned with what is yet to come and your role in that. you must understand, you are the first outsider to walk among us in a very long time. And so, instead of a traditional punishment or reprimand, this council has seen fit to officially instate you as squad leader for Selena Andi. And allow me to make my meaning very clear. To our second point. Selena, and she turns her attention to you. You are authorized to reveal yourself as an ambassador to the Custodi. As your hero identity, you are not to reveal your true name. We will be sending you an approved list of information that you are allowed to share. Step beyond those limitations, and you will bear the consequences. Pantheon, you too shall share in any consequences. As squad leader, you are responsible. Should Selena betray us, you will share in that betrayal, and so you will share in the punishment. Do you understand? Yes. I understand, and I accept completely. Well then. Selena, we give you this time now to speak.
I thank each and every one of you for trusting my discernment and my hope for the soul of the people of Alma. And I very pointedly look at Aditya. They have their flaws. So do we. But their hearts will win out, I believe. The people are good. They will not let you down, and neither will we.
Our people are afraid, but determined as they have always been toward the goal that has always been. Our people have enjoyed, for the most part, the company of Pantheon. And if I may speak plainly, and she does finally sort of crack a smile, and she says, I, personally, understand the connection between you and your squad leader. Not just from your reports, but from her actions. Nevertheless, we are placing a great deal of trust in you, both of you. How your city, your Alma, reacts to the knowledge of your presence will determine our next steps, our next visitors here, and if we are to send more. In the meantime, Aditya will continue to monitor the culture of the city from an unknown position, and you are not under any circumstances to reveal what he is doing, that he is there. Aditya leans forward with his holographic self. He goes, if I may speak, resonant voice. Of course, Aditya. In my observation, I've noticed their media has a certain bias. Each channel, each face, each voice, they all add something to the raw information. And it sways the people. If we are to reveal that Hairomone walks among them, I would recommend it be done on your terms. And he says your directly to you. Not on someone else's show. Not some press conference full of officials. We need something, an event, a demonstration of what you can do before there's a chance to question it. And he has this hint of a smile on his face, like he already has something in mind. And you see Pantheon match that energy. And she knows exactly what he's talking about. And as she opens her mouth to speak, we hard cut to a bright, sunny day in the first city. Towering skyscrapers all around, deep in the heart of the core district, downtown, as the spires of Moonlight Academy, the wall, the front gate, hang on the horizon, just a short walk, a few more blocks down. And we see our very own Bailey Baker walking down the sidewalk toward the first day back after a month-long vacation.
Actually, you know what? I think she's running, and I think she's late.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so it's interesting that you should say late, because there is actually an appointment that you are meant to keep today. You know from Pantheon, who did leave behind some of herselves, Pantheon, of course, with the ability to split amongst 5 different individual Pantheons. Some of them were split off, or some of her powers, rather, given how her powers work. She divided into 2 and split the powers, the 5 different powers that she has, between 2 bodies. Some of them have been gone with Hairomone for the last month, and the rest have remained with you. The Pantheon that has remained with you has let you know that you are to report directly to Dr. Guest's office when you arrive.
Oh shit.
In fact,
Not the Brit.
in fact, both of you have been told this. So you do have somewhere to be. Definitely somewhere to be late for. But I'm curious, what does BB look like right now? She's walking down straight to the front entrance, not taking a secret entrance. So how does she appear at this moment?
Do you mean literally like her literal appearance? Do you mean emotions? What
Yeah,
are you
anything,
fishing for?
emotions, but also what she's wearing,
Fit check.
and if there's anything a little bit different as well going on
think-
with her than normal.
You see less of a tension in her shoulders. You see her as more of a part of her environment than someone standing to the side or standing out as kind of a sore thumb that just seems out of place. She's wearing clothes that are very casual, that have kind of more developed into her own style. Hoodie, jeans, belt with the BB belt buckle. I think maybe like a ball cap on too. And she, as she gets onto the campus, is like saying hi to people, and it's people that we don't know, like people from probably like the non-hero tracks, because she spent a lot of this month expanding her horizons in many ways. And what else? I think you see her again just a lot less burdened by the intensity of where she came from, being the PDP, and coming into Moonlight Academy and immediately being thrust into the crazy adventures that we went on. This is her first time being relaxed.
And she's late for something, which never
And she's
happens.
late for something, exactly. And
So
even
as-
being late, she's just kind of like, hey, hey, hey.
As you arrive at the front gate and the wall that surrounds the school, you see the administrative tower rising up in the center, up above the wall even. But you see that there is one of the primary sort of scanner check-ins that you have to, as a student, walk through as you enter the school, so that it can verify your identity, that you're allowed onto the campus, right? You step through and there's a bit of a line because everyone it's the first day back. So there is a line, and you get there and you're kind of stopped in your tracks and you're waiting.
I'm gonna howdy, I'm so sorry, I'm really late, I really gotta get through. Could I just please, can I try to push through and like get to the front?
Ooh, interesting. Okay. I'm going to let you roll for it.
Uh-huh.
I'll have you roll a strength check.
Okay.
But before I have you roll that, I'm going to
Uh-huh.
give you a little piece of information, and I'm going to see if it affects the landscape at all.
Okay.
Because as you're pushing your way through, you notice that there's a small cluster of students waiting in line. They're not anyone you know. They're probably not, they're not from the hero track at all. Or from the champions track, rather. They're gathered around watching something on someone's phone, and they actually have it pulled up, like the display from the phone is pulled out holographically, so the screen is projected in front. So they're all gathered around watching this, not in headphones either, so you can clearly hear it.
Do I see what the image is of?
Yes,
What are you watching?
because you are clearly seeing a sort of a past broadcast of Veritas's trial.
Oh shit.
A trial that has already happened about a week ago, but there's commentary over it. And the first thing that you clearly see is Constance, your clone,
Oh no, my sister.
My sister in
sitting,
Christ.
giving her testimony. And as she says, I fully accept responsibility for my crimes, whether I was influenced or not, regardless of the circumstances of my creation. In taking this deal, I don't want anyone to think that I'm just trying to get out of this. I genuinely believe that this facility will do me better, will help me be better. I've learned from good examples that those with power have to use it for good. And that's what I intend to do. And then immediately it cuts to a pair of news anchors. And one of them says, now, do we really believe this for a second? I mean, everything we've seen so far, we have this whole elaborate story before us about cloning, and we don't even know who she is. And the other anchor goes, that's the nature of Cinda. That is the society that we live in, that we must accept. If someone wants to step forward, they will, but otherwise, nothing. These people exist in our world, and we have to square with that. The Legends Institute has failed us. Our government has failed us. Our heroes have failed us. We are lucky, frankly, that we were saved by a group of heroes in training, frankly, that have not even come forward.
Gang.
This trial, in essence, without all of the necessary information, is frankly a joke.
So BB has heard all of that previously in the week because she was watching all the trial coverage. She hears Constance say good influences or good whatever, and is jumping the fence over security to try to get in. Has fully, because she's up on this. She watched the trial live. They're probably watching replays on their fucking phone. So she's sprinting.
Okay, so go ahead and make me a strength check.
Big money, big money, big money.
What if you?
Woo! Big money. Yeah.
Ooh.
2 out of 3.
2 out of 3. Okay, so that's a majority success.
What were you
You're
gonna say,
able
Granova?
to-
Or Asteria? What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna say, what if you went boing?
No, I think he does use her concussive powers to boing over.
Oh,
Can I roll
okay.
a power die?
Yeah, you can roll a power die.
Okay.
I think that's the funniest thing. Just like,
Oh, yeah.
everyone gets their ears cracked, and then you just fly through the air.
Yeah, that's an 8. That's a success on the power die. It's an 8.
Okay. So with that, you push yourself. Are you trying to push yourself over the
Crowd.
over the crowd, but not like past the scanner?
No, not past the scanner. I'm gonna basically land on someone's toes right in front of the scanner.
Oh.
And you hear some people go, "Oh my, hey, watch Champions Track."
My God, I'm
They can do
so
whatever they
sorry. I'm so sorry. I just gotta get sorry. Your ears will stop ringing in like 20 minutes.
You see that there is a person who works at the school. Not a teacher, but just somebody in a sort of a button-up shirt and a hat with the colors of Moonlight Academy with like a name tag. It says Mark, and I think you know Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Mark goes,
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
would you be, because you're in civilian clothes right now, right?
Yeah.
So would you rather be called by your name or your hero name, do you think?
It's all BB.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Mark's on a BB term with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on BB terms. He goes, BB, it's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Hope you have a good semester, but cutting in line you're making my job harder. I would send you to...
I gotta go to administration. I got a doctor asking after me.
A doctor?
A non-medical doctor. I don't know what he even has his doctorate in.
You're not talking about guest, are you?
I am.
Oh,
So can I
Right.
go now?
yeah, please, step through the scanner.
All right. I step through the scanner. The belt buckle goes off as it always does.
You're clear, BB. Please don't do that again.
I mean, we'll see if I'm ever late again, Mark. Thank you very much. Goodbye. And I give
This new energy is so good.
I give him like a punch on the shoulder. Like a old sport kind of thing, and then I just dip.
As you give him a little punch on the shoulder, there is a hard transition across the page. The light punch that you throw to Mark's shoulder becomes a hard impact against the jaw of someone from just one night previous.
Bailey, Baker, I'm going to kill you.
Can I throw in, what was I gonna do? It's a punch across the jaw, concussive at the legs for this person to fall down jaw into my knee. I'm sweeping the leg essentially.
Okay. And I'll give you that one for free because
Thank
this
you.
is just our transition moment.
Mhm.
As you knock into this person, actually, you can have input on who your opponent is as well, because we find BB not as BB. Only by virtue of the transition and the perspective do we know that this is her, because you are wearing a different outfit entirely in a ring that is very familiar to our viewers who have seen previous seasons. It is the fighting ring at the Triple Thread, with a crowd in a darkened room, spotlights in the center of this ring, screaming as the punch lands. And as it does, we see another figure of a height that we are familiar with. Dark purple hair, but not the choppy way that we normally see it. Actually slicked straight back to her head in a style that she only wears in disguise. She has glasses on that are altering her appearance, but to the audience, we know that this is Pantheon because we've seen her in this configuration of her disguise before. So her nose is larger, her face rounder, all projected images from these hollow projecting glasses. As the punch lands, we see her go.
She's got like a towel over her shoulder
Yep.
and a water bottle in hand.
So two things I'm interested to know, and the first thing is, what is your current persona? What is your disguise, so that people here don't know that you are BB? And second, if you have any input on who your opponent is.
This is actually this is actually what my pitch initially in my mind was for BB's superhero costume, but then I was like, I don't like it. It's like a full classic jail, like classic Western jail suit where it's black and white stripes up. It's basically like pajamas all the way up. But she's wearing sneakers and a full, almost like pantyhose mask that disfigures the face. But it's black and it has two eyes cut out, and then I don't know if she even cut out the mouth. I think she might have left the mouth mostly covered, so she only has to see. Maybe there's a slit to breathe through, but that's pretty much it. And the name she's fighting under is the Little Bandit.
That's so cute.
Oh, the burden of knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that hurts. That one hurts. Okay.
And am I saying who I'm fighting?
You can. So here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna make rolls for this fight.
Okay.
Specifically because this has already happened.
Mm-hmm.
This is counted in the period of time that has happened over this past month.
Yes.
So you get to decide how this fight plays out and describe it to us and to the audience.
This is one that she won. If this is last night, this is her ending her month-long tenure as like a... what's the word I'm looking for? A resident fighter at Triple Decker's spot. So I think she's fighting, honestly, probably a pretty big competitor. Probably someone who's also been around and winning fights for a while. What kind of powers would they have? I think it's actually someone who can kind of like bamf around. So she has to move really quick to keep up with them, and when she starts landing punches, she just keeps them going so that she can keep them in one spot before they disappear and arrive in another part of the ring. So she goes one across the jaw, she knocks the legs out with the concussive blast, which she's doing like this or like this, so that nobody sees her doing the finger guns, which is BB's signature. And then the knee comes up to the jaw, and then if that person goes down, then she will get on top of them and kneel on their arms and kind of hold them in place, like grapple them in place.
Excellent. So you grapple them in place until they tap out.
Yeah.
The bell rings and the lights come up all around as Triple Decker steps forward in this shimmering, almost like a holographic trading card looking bodysuit.
Hell
that
yeah.
flares out with coattails in the back that are not connected to a jacket, with sort of like bell-bottom pants at the bottom, and of course his undercut with this huge pompadour, full glam metal makeup, and a huge smile as he steps forward into the ring and raises his arms, rising them to get the crowd to scream. He says, "For her 10th consecutive win in the ring, the Little Bandit, ladies and gentlemen." And the crowd loses it.
2 Nixon peace signs go up in the air.
And as he sort of gives the spiel, make sure to get drinks on your way out, visit the bar, our other festivities, our next fight will be blah, blah, blah. Yeah, collect your winnings, all that good stuff. He's doing that, and as the crowd begins to murmur and move, he steps back and whispers in your ear very discreetly, "We'll talk after your shift. I understand you've got a bit of a request."
Oh yeah, I mean, got a number of requests, but I'll talk to you later. I'm helping the other fighter up, who, let's say, is named Vanish. Good fight. Sorry, I didn't mean to really ring your bell at the end there. Well, I did, but Sorry,
No.
that probably kind of hurt.
Hey, we're all here for the same reason. Good. Ah. You can buy me a drink, maybe. That might help.
I'm underage, but my teacher could buy you a drink.
Oh my god.
Fake Pantheon just shakes her head and is like,
I'll pay for it, but
sort of beckons you over.
all right, what did I do wrong in that fight? I feel like I could have, like, earlier on, I feel like I could have stopped him from, like, bouncing around more, but I just kind of got in my own head, and I didn't know when was the right time to let the concussive blast go, and
We'll talk. Here, let me order some wings. And we sort of star wipe over to you guys in a booth in the bar. And the curtains are surrounding the booth that you know to be noise canceling and visual canceling as well. So you are completely isolated in here. And she takes off the disguise, and you do just see Pantheon. Well, really, you see Jen. And she has this notepad out, a digital notepad that she's sort of checking off boxes, writing out notes. And there are like 2.5 plates of just bones from wings that you
Sick.
between the two of you have already eaten.
Yeah,
And you're
BB has
deep into this conversation.
BB has like a 3/4 eaten chili dog off to the side with some fries.
Mhm.
Sweet potato
food
fries.
at Decker's is pretty okay.
Yeah,
I mean, say what you want about the guy, but he has high standards for his entire establishment.
indeed. And BB's been eating a lot of this food because she's also been kind of interning at Decker's over this past month.
So Pantheon goes, your response time is getting faster and faster and faster each time. I think you're building up a little bit of that ambidexterity, but I want you to watch left just a little bit more.
All right, I see that.
I particularly want you to do it because you're trying to hide your identity here.
Yeah.
People are going to learn your dominant hand pretty quick, but you're,
Yeah.
bang, bang. You're always using 2. People are going to start to notice. So, watch left.
If you have any exercises, could you like send them my way later to focus on that? Because I want to be able to have that in place and done for the tournament. Because I mean that's the whole point of this is like consistently fighting people I'm not used to, so I can get ready to fight in a big tournament with a bunch of people I might not know.
Yeah, you're right about that. It is a little bit of a weird one. Frankly, I'm still not entirely sure if it's the best idea for us to go up against Legends at the end, considering the state of things. But Fortress seems to think that it's a good idea, that it'll appear cooperative, that nothing has changed. So, that being said, yeah, you're not going to know who you're up against, and not for another week.
Do you think I got a shot?
I think you've got 2.
Hey, that's pretty good. I'll have to keep that in my back pocket. Any news on when Hairmone's getting back?
Yeah, we're going to cut it close. Should be day of.
Wow. All right. Well, I never known them to be late, so I'm sure they'll make it on time.
Oh, I'll be sure of that.
Decker said he needed to talk to me about something, but is it like, about my dad, or do you know?
Well, I don't think we're fooling him. He knows that you wanted to make another request tonight, but I think we all know that you're just trying to rush him.
Yeah.
There's only one request, and he's working on it. I am not super involved in that. I really don't want to be culpable for whatever methods he uses of doing this, but if anybody can find him, it'll be him.
Yeah.
You just need to try to be patient.
I know. It's only been a month that I've been looking, so Time will tell. Uh, where is he? We've been here for like a while. I was wondering if I needed to go help with the bouncing or anything.
Oh, no. See, our meetings take priority. He's waiting for me to let him in.
I like
So
that.
that's enough notes for the day.
All right.
And she puts the disguise back on, opens up the curtains, and steps out. And as she does, she walks by Decker, and he smiles and nods to her and begins to walk towards you.
Bye, Teach.
As Decker sits down, crosses his legs under the table, and leans back against the back of the booth, he goes, "So, let's have a chat, shall we?" And we cut back to you standing outside Dr. Guest's office. The door is currently closed, but the golden plaque that reads Dr. Guest has actually been refurbished over the past month. Like, it was kind of hard to find before. And if I recall, not really marked, because people weren't really summoned to go talk to Dr. Guest that much. But you've been in his office before. Now it's like, even just from the outside, seeing an official professor-like gold plaque that reads Dr. Guest is like, already something is different here. And as you're standing here, you hear footsteps approaching, and you turn and find Hairomone walking down the hallway, and this is the first you have seen each other in a month.
Hey, there they are.
Hey. First thing you notice is their hair is way shorter.
Wow.
How I said it was at the tailbone before, it's now more like boob armpit height.
Got it.
Yeah.
Wow, I like the shorter hair. It looks good.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. I cut it off for the rainy season, but because it's on the other sides of the equator, the rainy season there is opposite to here. So normally my hair would have been short last semester and long now, but I had to cut it.
I got that. You might notice that BB is more muscular. Like she's been training pretty much every day.
Nice.
Do you know what we're here for?
Do I know what we're here for?
Nope.
Is Silhouette gonna come?
So, Silhouette has texted you periodically. You've seen her here and there. You've hung out with her. But as the month has progressed, you hung out with her less and less and less. Not because you weren't trying, but you've been pretty busy.
Yeah.
And so has she. Best you can tell, she has been hanging out with Team Quickstep a lot more recently.
Oh, sick. Okay.
And she has been working nonstop. And every time you see her, she seems to be like tired and wired. But you've perceived a sort of strange distance that wasn't there before. And now it's actually been quite some time. I mean, you guys live in the same house, of course. So you see her all the time, but you haven't hung out outside of your living situation in about a week now. And yeah, she's notably not here.
She's been like busy as hell all month. I don't know what she's up to, but she seems excited about it, so that's good.
Yeah, I mean, she's the resident tech nerd when we are very much not that. So that makes sense.
That's true. Well, shall we go in?
Yeah. And
knock, knock, knock.
Wrap my arm around BB's waist.
Shoulders.
As the door opens, you immediately smell like tea and like wafers. But like store-bought wafers that are laid out on a plate on the desk. where this office before was not decorated at all, you see the barest amount of effort now. But it's like kind of off. It's like
but it's sweet at the same time.
like blackout curtains in front of the window in like a Victorian style. There's like there's like a painting.
It's
of,
like
a baby with a watering can with like the most haunted eyes you've ever seen.
It's like an Animal Crossing house when you haven't gotten a lot of items yet, so you're just putting whatever the fuck you have out.
And Dr. Guest stands there wearing his usual slim black suit with his pale skin, hawk-like nose, his bright yellow eyes, and his long, straight black hair parted down the middle and falling straight over his shoulders and down his back. And he smiles at you as he holds the plate of wafers. He goes, I'm glad that you have made it. Please, come in.
Wow, seeing you smile is way more comforting than I imagined it would be. Take a cookie. Take a wafer.
Yep.
No.
Please, come in.
Well, you got us both here. What can we do for you?
He pulls out 2 chairs, like, for you. Like he's
Sit
hosting
down.
a dinner party.
Oh my god.
And then he closes the
Aw.
door, and he sits down, and he interlaces his hands, and he says, I apologize for the secrecy. I had no intention to scare you, though I always seem to anyway, not you personally, but nevertheless, it is the beginning of registration now that you're back on campus. I'm sure you understand that going into your true first year of instruction, you have the option to sign up for classes during the day, the academic day, mind you. While many of the squad leaders have classes of their own that you have the option of signing up for, I have decided, with Fortress's explicit permission, to teach a class of my own. But it is strictly off the books, you see. Students cannot simply sign up. I am selecting a very small group of students who I believe possess the affinity, and I would like the 2 of you to sign up.
And the class is...
I'm calling it the Tapestry.
Whoa!
Wow. That's
That's
not very
so-
descriptive, but it's exciting.
It's so dramatic. It has a nice hook.
Yeah.
Frankly, since the disappearance of my sight beyond sight, I've had to evaluate my relationship to the future. And the events of these past months, unfortunately, events that have largely orbited your particular team, has made it very clear to me that there are students in the Champions program who have quite an affinity to see a greater pattern. Something others might write off as conspiracy, but you, and others like you, understand to be the connective tissue of all events, finding those patterns, putting them together, trying to predict and to be ready for what may come. That is the basis of the Tapestry. I have already been in contact with a few other students.
Let me guess. Teatro, Wi-Fi, Helix.
Knock knock?
Knock?
Poltergeist.
Mm-hmm. I guess we'll find out, huh?
Yeah. Well,
I
I-
can tell you if you prefer.
Yeah.
yeah, I think you got
Yeah.
both of us, to be sure.
Yeah. Mhm.
You are largely correct. I did require this to be something of a small focus group. While I am, of course, a doctor and in some respects a professor, I've not taught a class in this particular sense before. And as such, I have selected a very small group. You are correct in naming Teatro and Wi-Fi. But as well as them and the two of you, I have also invited Baby Loney and Helix.
Yeah.
We do that in character.
Yeah.
Well, I'm choosing to take that as enthusiasm and perhaps even a yes.
Oh yeah, we
Oh yeah.
we said yes the second you said you were teaching a class. Honestly,
Agreed.
Excellent.
I have a quick question. Now that his office is a little more decorated, has he finally put his doctorate up on the wall?
No.
No.
Dr. Guest, we gotta see some credentials. I think it's fraud if you're saying you're a doctor and you don't have a doctorate.
No.
Well.
That wasn't in character.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it would have been.
I was
in the
willing to
accent
believe
if
it was. Yeah. Okay. So he goes, well then, I'm glad. I was concerned that students might not particularly be enthusiastic about really signing up for any classes, given that the new champion's debut is almost upon us.
I do have a question. This won't conflict with Tonitrus's combat philosophy class, right?
No, of course not.
Okay,
Though
so-
you will
okay.
need to speak with him if you wish. You can sign up for that class, but you do need to actually speak with him. He is
Oh.
just as selective. There is no guarantee, even if there's space, that you'll get in.
Mm.
You know, do you know who's teaching like a cultural history of Paragon class?
Ooh, I should take that one as well. Yes.
Well, there are a few different options. Now, you can step outside of the actual champion's track and into the hero camp, or the non-hero campus, and take a history class. Or you can have a more historical hero perspective. Tonitrus actually does teach something to that effect as well, but so does Cambio.
Hmm.
And of course, I can name you a number of professors who are not squad leaders or heroes, as you understand, who teach a more academic, non-hero focused version of such a course. You have the course book, I'm sure.
I have been in the
right.
jungle.
Well,
I've
they're available
been-
online.
I had a job.
When I go to the jungle, I don't have access to First City anymore at all for security reasons, so I don't have a booklet.
And
Yes,
when
I
I'm
understand very
working,
well.
I don't look at my phone because I'm just a really diligent employee.
Hmm.
And I actually don't even look at it when outside of work.
Off the grid.
Off the grid.
Well, then I should point out now, as your official professor, that you are here on campus and in the city now with access to the internet
Yes.
and no other obligations but to sign up for
Yes.
your classes. And
Mhm.
if I may be so bold as to pry, does Team Pantheon intend to sign up for the champion's debut?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty much ordered to do it, but I was going to do it anyways, so.
I think both of us were gonna do it anyways. I don't know about Sil, but maybe. But two of us for sure, and then Jeremy is off doing his thing for a while.
I see. Well, I do wish to be clear that Silhouette was invited as well, but I was informed by some of your other teachers that Silhouette would be a little too busy. Her
Oh,
schedule is already quite booked up for the academic day.
wow.
But I shall send you the information, the syllabus, and necessary reading materials. Of course, I will not require you to purchase textbooks. I think we're a bit beyond that. But you will have what you need, and once the actual term begins, we'll meet on Mondays and Wednesdays at 11:30 a.m.
All right. Well,
You're an angel for that schedule. I'm just gonna say that right now.
yeah, I don't mind that either.
You can imagine I do still have other duties to perform.
What they are, who's to say?
Who's to say? Oh, very important.
Hmm.
But probably the most important question of this entire conversation. Did you like the parfum I left you?
Yes, quite.
Okay. Do you have any notes? Do you have anything you want me to change, adapt, make stronger, lessen, anything like that?
As for the scent, no, it's quite fetching. I will say, though, in the future, perhaps a different vessel.
Different vessel. See,
What?
do you mean
Give
like
it to him, man.
little? You mean bigger, like a bigger jar, or a different, like a different version of applying it? Because I really only do oils. I don't really do like sprays. I could learn though.
Well, it's not a requirement, of course. I suppose I simply have a taste for old things. As he picks up this, like, crystalline goblet full of tea with the stem in between two fingers and sips from it.
Got it. Understood.
Will that be all?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. We'll see you probably at first class time.
Yeah. Thanks for thinking of us.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Till next time, I guess. Adios.
Good day, Team Pantheon.
Uh,
Our
He
new
opens
best
the door
friend,
for you.
Dr. Guest.
true. What other classes are you taking? I pull up my phone and I start looking at the syllabus because I don't think PB's looked at it yet.
I
Or not the
mean,
syllabus, the class options.
the second I heard about combat philosophy, I knew that I had to take it.
Yeah,
So
I'll
I
probably
have
try
to.
to do that.
Yeah, we should probably go find Tonitrus immediately. And then I mean, I should probably take a history class. I've done some research on my own, but like learning it from someone is probably good. I might take it from a non-champion track though. 'cause
I was gonna
don't-
do that too. I know some people in a non-champion track now, so I was hoping that maybe we could be in class with them and then you get to meet them. But I know a lot about hero history, so I
Yeah,
don't really
same.
need that. I just want,
Yeah.
the world history.
Exactly. And you know, when we get to the custody part, obviously I'll like fucking
You're
with the
acing
homework.
that test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So-
those are the only ones
Mhm.
that I can think of. I mean, once we look through, I'm sure we'll find a couple that might be more interesting.
Are there any others, Ian, that you would throw out?
Well, if I may, I just offer a little bit of guidance here.
Yeah.
First of all, as you step out of the administrative tower where Dr. Guest's office is, you notice that there is I want to say a kiosk, but it's a bit bigger. It's almost like a tent in a way. Has been set up out front that is for champions debut signups. You
Let's
enter
go.
Oh.
into the tent and you sign up as a team.
Mhm.
All team members must be present to sign up. Of course, you guys have had the full month knowing that it was coming up to decide whether or not you were going to do it. It is currently Monday. You have until Friday to officially sign up, and then the bio, like the bio profiles essentially, will be made public the following Monday.
So do we sign up with our bios ready to be submitted? Is that like
Yeah.
okay?
The idea is that you've been working on that. You've been working on what what you want to release to the public about you, your powers. You do have to disclose what your powers are to
Oh.
sign up. You have to like tell the public your hero name, your powers and like a picture of what you look like.
But I'm sure we can vagify a little bit. We don't have to tell, like, I can do exactly this.
Here's my social security number.
Yeah.
Here's
Yeah, you don't have to do
my
no.
credit card information.
But you do have a week to do that, and you do notice that there are some people who are already like sort of hovering around there and like watching to see
Who's
with
gonna do
bated
it.
breath. And even as you guys, as Team Pantheon, are hanging around there, even just passing by, you notice some people are watching, like, are they about to go in? Are they going to sign up? And like noticing that Silhouette's not there, that Jeremy's not here. But most people here know that Jeremy is not here anymore.
Mhm.
Do you want to do this now or do you want to do it later? Do you have your whole profile set
Well,
up?
Yeah, they wrote one for I had input, but they wrote one for me to make sure.
Oh.
Yeah, so I have mine ready to go. We gotta get Sil on the line though. I search up
Yeah.
her name in my messages and I text her like, "Where you at? WID."
Maybe we do Tonitrus first, then come back and do this a little bit later.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guidance I was getting toward is this is as you step out and you see this looming thing, you've already decided that you are going to step in and enter. You have that week deadline. As we move into this phase of our season premiere, this is time where I give you guys in character a week to have some free sort of scenes and time. So the next chunk of this episode is you guys doing with your week what you will. And that includes deciding on signing up for classes. I can throw out more basic ideas for classes. I have a few on the back burner if you would like some guidance on that. But otherwise, I am actually ecstatic to throw the ball to your guys' court and let you determine what kinds of classes you think that you would take.
I think it would be really interesting if Prestige and or Diamond Soul had like a co-teaching class where it was like developing your hero persona that was simultaneously like a speech class and like how do you navigate the media circus and how do you present yourself to the public. I think that would be really cool.
Cool.
BB would probably take that as well.
So I'll have you guys write these down as you come up with them,
Yeah,
and then
I'll
I
write
can
them
build
down.
the schedule around that going forward.
What was Dr. Guest's thing?
The tapestry.
The tapestry, yeah. We don't have to fully decide on like what days
No.
things are.
Yeah.
We can just generate ideas and then I'll worry about the actual scheduling of your week.
Combat, philosophy, and then general history. I think BB would also look for like either gadget, tech, or science class. I don't know how that would manifest within Hero. Maybe it's like, ooh, no, never mind. So this is what it is. It's field medical stuff. Like
Ooh!
how to, because Haramone's already got that unlocked, but BB doesn't really know how to assist people in the field if they're injured. So both for helping heroes if they're injured or trying to help civilians if they're critically injured and need help immediately.
Yep.
That's 5 classes, which I feel like is the general college course schedule, 4 or 5.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Anything missing from like Hairomone sort of, an
Arsenal of
an academic blind spot.
Would they be interested in like First City Tech?
Not
yeah.
really. They're not a super tech-minded person. All
That's
of
fair.
their like mental dexterity is in sort of the medical side of things, which has technology in it, but it's not really
True.
gadgeteering. I'm just trying to think. I think I'm good with the 4 that we've had. 4 seems right to me. These 4.
Mhm. Yeah, so I should mention that, the fact that there's a hero course and a not hero course, right? You can take hero specific classes that you will take as your persona. Your identity will be protected there when you go to those classes. You're with people who know who you are. but you can also get a regular college degree. This is sort of a thing that I'll throw out to you guys, especially BB, since BB is so young. Like, you would be going into your first or second year of college at this age, right?
Yeah.
So BB could theoretically start going to regular classes and just try to like major in something and get a regular civilian college degree.
I think she would do that, but I think she would not have declared a major at first. I think she would do the gen ed stuff.
So you can start just taking gen ed college courses.
So history is a part of that, and we'll say maybe the medicine is a part of that too.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, and you can sneakily do both, right? Because
Yeah,
administration knows your secret identity. Students who are not in the hero track don't. If you sign up for a hero history class in the regular section, you're signing up for that as Bailey Baker.
Yeah.
But administration knows that Bailey Baker is Bang Bang, so you can count that for your hero class requirements. And I'm going to say you only need to take, I think you're only required to take like 2 courses.
Yeah, so I have 3 hero courses, 2 normal courses.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a home ec class.
Hell yeah.
So I can learn how First City does the taxes and the all of that stuff that we don't have in the Titan Wild.
Would that be civics?
Civics?
They didn't offer civics or home ec at any school I went
Yeah,
to.
same.
Whatever
guess
the
it's-
yeah.
The civics home ec equivalent. Maybe
For
they're
sure.
merged. I don't know.
Cool.
Which you should know these things, I guess, if you're already an adult. So it's like a college equivalent, like a college level education on this stuff. But not everyone learns everything at the same time. So
Yeah, and college classes always review that shit when you start it, so
yeah.
yeah.
But I think we virtually sign up for all of these classes, and then we go just searching for Tonitrus.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, please, Papa, please let us in.
We already signed up online, but we need you to let us in right now in person.
Okay. You go looking for Tonitrus. Let's say that you actually find him. Would he be in his office?
Professor Tonitrus.
On
hours.
day 1, I
Mhm.
think you find him setting up his classroom.
Wow. Nice.
And he has a few different places, but this is like his sort of history classroom, not his combat classroom.
Mm.
So you go and you find him in slacks with a tucked in button-up shirt, a like a tweed blazer, but his mask
Mask on? Yeah.
This is
Incredible.
the fabled Professor Tonitrus outfit that we have had drawings
Daddy.
of forever. Of all the teachers, the squad leaders who are heroes, especially Nova heroes, Tonitrus is the one who is most known for being a teacher. He is, by all accounts, a professor. And while no one knows his secret identity, he is like the name Professor Tonitrus is whispered lovingly and jokingly in the halls of this campus. And you do indeed see exactly that. And as he's setting up his classroom, you notice he's like straightening out chairs, he's arranging all of his markers, but he's
Oh my
doing it
God.
with the same like
Intensity?
the same methodical intensity that you've seen him investigate crime scenes.
Ah.
But he's just arranging his classroom.
That's so cute. I love that for him.
The door is currently open too. Like people can just come talk to him. So there's no one here at the moment. Though the
Knock,
halls
knock.
are crowded. He turns.
Hey, Professor.
Oh, hello. Please come in.
2 questions. One of them shared, one of them just me specific. We just signed up for combat philosophy, but we were advised by Dr. Guest to come speak to you in person about it, just to be extra sure.
To get like full permission.
Yeah.
Yes. That is a requirement. Signing up is one thing, but I need to know that you can handle it. The class is incredibly rigorous, and it is designed for people who I know can gain a deeper understanding of why we fight. It will test you, body and mind. Make no mistakes, if you sign up for this class, I require full commitment. That course, I don't mean to sound dramatic, but it may be the most difficult course you will take here. And I expect excellence. And if I don't get it, and I can't push you to excellence, it is at my discretion to unsign you up from the class.
All right, we get it. We appreciate the warning, but you know us. We don't shy away from pressure.
The best lessons learned are not learned easily.
Wow, yeah, that one.
Until, of course, they begin to come easily. And then you know you've grown.
The learning's already begun. Are we in?
Yeah,
Yes.
you're in.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you very much. I got Hairomone. I know you had a question. I can just go do my own thing while you ask.
Yeah, it'll be quick.
All right. I'll just go hang out outside.
Oh, bang bang.
Yeah.
I hope you had a good vacation.
I hope you had a good vacation too.
He goes to shake your hand.
I go for it, and then I go too slow. Big meme energy. And then I get nervous and I actually shake his hand and then I walk away.
I'll see you next Monday, 8 a.m.
Fuck!
Oh, you got it. 8 a.m.
Of course. That's
Yeah.
the first test, of course, is making it a
Mhm.
Monday 8 a.m. class. So you may ask yourself, why am I not asking this question to my actual squad leader? And I'm going to pre-answer that question by saying that no one can do it like you can. I've seen the footage. I know how to ride a horse, but I don't know how to drive. And I feel like that might be important in the concrete jungle.
Hairomone, allow me to put this delicately. I can teach you to drive, but you understand this is a hero campus. I have a driving course here, but it's not driving. It's driving your car as a hero. Dangerous stuff. It's not a foundational driving course. It can be, and I'm willing to help you, but I hope you understand what you're actually asking. There are any number of places where you can learn simple driving instruction and not how to, say, hop from rooftop to rooftop from ramps.
Okay, but that does sound awesome at the same time. Not to be too informal. I mean, to be honest, my whole life has been just being thrown in the deep end, and that's how I've just learned everything. So while last semester was frustrating, it also wasn't new to me. So, I mean, why not?
Very well. For fear of someone else doing it wrong, I will teach you how to drive. On the ground, specifically?
Oh, I like to be on the ground generally, so that is good for me. The ramps would only be like a sometimes thing.
Is there anything else?
I don't think so. I think that was it. Oh, yes. Very most important question. Asked Dr. Guess this already. Did you like the perfume oil I left you? Any notes?
I like it,
But
I hope that you're not offended if I don't wear it in costume,
no.
considering, well, I don't need anything recognizable out on the streets. More so than,
He just wants his natural stench.
however,
That's Eric, not Baby.
in my personal hours, I can say unofficially, it is a good gesture. And it is enjoyed.
Nice. Okay, that's all I had. Monday, 8 a.m.
I look forward to seeing your performance in the tournament.
We'll see how that goes for sure.
Will you be signing up for the one-on-ones or only with your team?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Chance to consensually beat up my friends? Yes.
Well, consider this a friendly word of advice. I will be watching very closely. You'll have some stiff competition in that ring.
Yeah. Yeah, I can only imagine that certain people, maybe all of the people on your team will sign up. So I will have my work cut out for me.
Well, I think we've all had our fill of surprises that we would not have wanted. It'll be nice to see some that may put a smile on people's faces.
So cryptic. So cryptic. Have you been hanging out with a good doctor lately? Jeez. And I start walking out.
He chuckles under his breath as you walk away.
As Hairomone walks out and we start kind of walking together, I'm like, hey, I got something I gotta kind of admit to you.
Okay.
I've been working at Triple Deckers. Just get and also fighting the Triple Deckers, but it's under another name. I'm not using the finger guns. I'm going like this instead and only using the concussive blasts. And it was so I could learn hand-to-hand combat against people that I'm not used to fighting against, like these other school people. I'm trying to find out other information about my family, and then I also just wanted like street level training. I wanna know what it's like to who I'm gonna be dealing with when I'm out on the streets as a hero. And Pantheon was supervising the whole thing. So just so you know, I did everything I could to cover my tracks.
How many did you win?
10 in a row, but there are
Woo!
some more besides that. I got a nice little chunk of change from it, which was good. But it's the same as it ever was over there. I learned a lot though.
It's good. You should have seen Pantheon.
Oh, I was curious about how she would do out in the jungle.
Surprisingly well in some areas, surprisingly not so well in some areas. But she did okay enough on the hunt that we went on together. It was fine.
Good. And you're all good? I mean, more. I know that you can take care of yourself, but in terms of everything else.
It was certainly interesting seeing the people who were like, whoa, how was it? Bah! And the people who were like, still not super down with the whole idea in general, but they got outvoted, so
Yeah.
we have to see it through. My ex she's told me that she still loves me, and so
Oh, wow.
yeah, we see like a flash to someone we've seen before, a half Japanese woman, striking blue eyes, short pixie cut, strawberry blonde hair, just a first person perspective of her, you know, tears, and she's like holding her her hands clasped together on her knees. We flash back. Yeah, so we're not going to be talking for a little bit cuz like she realizes that's not healthy, and like, you know, she wants to move on. She thinks that's best. But it did make me realize that I'm not in love with her anymore, which was something I was struggling with. So we're moving on, baby. Everything's
That's
great
good.
there.
We love that.
Yeah.
Speaking of romantic entanglements, I think I gotta go. And whatever's happening with Troubleshooter, which isn't really a relationship, but isn't really not a romantic entanglement.
So are you saying there was some development or no development, or
Well, you know,
are you fucking? Like, what's going on?
no. I haven't done that yet. It's like, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like you meet someone and you know that there's more there than just friendship, and then you keep talking to them, and then they reveal that they're like actually really selfish, and kind of like a lot of your moral philosophies don't align.
Mm.
And then they leave you, they kiss you and leave you at a lighthouse alone, and then you leave them at a lighthouse alone, and then you break up.
Huh.
So I'm gonna go do that last part right now.
Okay. I'm gonna go try to track down Silhouette so we can just. I mean, are you ready to sign up for this thing, or?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna do that while you do.
Give
that.
me a solid 20, and I'll meet you at the registration booth.
Okay. Good luck.
I go off. I think that Troubleshooter has probably dipped out of the school for the month. Like, probably pulled what Hairomone did and went back to where she's from.
You think Troubleshooter did that?
Yeah.
I have knowledge that I cannot share with you, but I can tell you she absolutely did not do that.
Okay, well then I
She
just
stayed.
didn't see her.
You could definitely have not seen her. She probably like moved out of campus. Like she could have. You all had the option to remain living in your house during the break.
Yeah.
But she was not.
Okay.
But she was in the city, and she did not go back to Nova West.
I mean, she could see you from real far away. She would probably see you coming and then just walk the other direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I go and find her. Here.
Okay.
Hey, coffee really quick.
All right.
Also, welcome back.
I didn't go far.
We meet up. Did we already have a future coffee shop?
Oh yeah, didn't we do a something completely unaffiliated with a particular brand name? It was like oh god, it was like Cosmic something. It was like
here.
Cosmic
This is a new hip indie shop that is just opened up on campus called Beans and Babes.
Hell yeah.
And so we're sitting down. It's pretty much just a normal coffee shop. It just kind of has like both. It has like every gendered pinups all over the walls. But we're sitting down with coffee, and I'm like, "Hey, so you know, there's a thing between us that isn't like just friendship, right?"
I'm sorry. No, I'm not. But I mean, I am. You know, listen. In all
Never seen you at
seriousness,
this loss. Never seen you at this much loss for words.
not so much loss as it is choosing carefully. Whatever this is, I do want to make a point not to hurt you unnecessarily, but it wasn't so serious that you needed to bring me to a themed environment and presumably what, let me down easy?
No, I'm not. I just wanted to say that I just want to be friends. I mean, like, I just like verbal confirmation, eye to eye, that we're on the same page, and that's where we're at going forward.
Good. Well, I appreciate the honorable nature there. You got a code, and I respect that. And I appreciate you talking straight, figuratively speaking.
Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah. Well, good. And I wish you all the best. What have you been up to this last month?
Well, I've been around, license burning a hole in my pocket, so keeping busy.
Oh, well. Can I do some kind of check to see what
Yeah, you can
she's
make
been
an
up to?
insight check on that.
Okay. What do I roll for that?
So it would be willpower as a general insight, but if you want to use the insight lens mechanic to see if there's a specific lens that you want to appeal to her on, it's just a gamble because it might not be the lens that's in play.
I'll do the just general insight with willpower.
Okay.
1 out of 2.
1 out of 2. I'm not going to roll anything because she's not trying to hide anything. She's just saying what she's saying. 1 out of 2, middle of the road. So that is like the basest level of success. You get the feeling that she takes pleasure in whatever your imagination of, like, what's the worst thing she could have done? Like, she has definitely been out on the streets doing some approximation of hero work. The question remains whether it was above board. And because it's such a basic success, you're not sure. You just know that she is taking pleasure in you wondering whether she was doing things that she was not supposed to do.
Did you kill someone?
Nah. They
Not
frown upon
yet.
that here. I'm playing by the rules for now. Besides, it's not like I just go around doing that on purpose, wanting to. Ain't nobody here deserves it that ain't already locked up. That I've met. Yet, anyway.
Baby narrows her eyes. Alright. I'll trust that for now. But, I gotta go see a man and 2 other people about a tournament, so. Till next time.
Yeah, have fun with that. I'll be in the audience, I think, well, there's a time and a place to fight for fun. Live on camera in front of an audience just to make a show of good faith. Yeah, I think I'll have a little fun, external to that.
Oh,
Little facade there.
that's a shame, because I bet you'd look good on camera. And she just leaves. She has to have the last word. She leaves.
Baby, you can't just say I want to be friends and then flirt. You can't. What?
It's just new baby. No rules, just right.
Just right.
Very interesting interaction indeed. Okay. So, what is next on the menu? Shall we move over to Hairomone?
I gotta find Silhouette. Number one, because I haven't seen her. Number two, we gotta sign up.
Okay.
We
Sure.
gotta sign up.
I'll be making my way over to where Hairomone and I agreed that we would meet.
Okay. So I think you guys probably do have a text that's like, "Is Hairomone back? Are you back?"
Duh.
Oh, wow. Okay. Don't eat dinner.
Okay. Sure thing. Is it close to dinner time, or is it like now we have an appointment set and we have a time to reconvene?
It's up to you. She says she's kind of busy during the day, but she'll be around at dinner time. She's not hiding it very well. She wants to do a dinner thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Well, I guess.
but you have this full week, so it's if there's anything else, like if everything else happens after that or before that, it's still early in the day right now. So
Well, I got presents for people. I send like there has to be an unused like everyone in this grade of the hero the champion program is in this group chat,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's not you. Like everyone mutes it.
It's
'cause
for
it's chaos.
emergencies.
It's for
Yeah.
emergencies. I send out, I'm back, bitches, and I have presents.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Monarch sends in all caps with like spaced out between the letters where.
I just send back, I'm just gonna have them around and then I'll find you guys. We'll just figure it out. Text me separately. And then you see Hairomone with just the biggest suitcase you've ever seen with all four wheels, just starts walking around campus with it. But Phoebe gets hers first.
Aw.
It is a Costatum sheriff's badge that says BB on it, and it can pin like a brooch.
Hairomone, wow. This is I didn't get you anything. I'm so sorry. This is one of the nicest presents anyone's ever gotten me.
As you can imagine, you can't wear it out in public because if the public got their hands, if the wrong people got their hands on it, then it would be a whole thing. But I was able, because you are my other teammate, to get this specially made and granted.
Thank you so much. Well, I'm gonna just, and then she like pulls up her hoodie that she's wearing, and there's a t-shirt underneath it. She pins it to the t-shirt and then puts the hoodie down
Aw.
over it. So I know I'm wearing it.
Yes. I give you a big hug.
Hug back. Well, what are we gonna do till Silhouette's ready to register?
Well, Monarch wants the Prezi for sure.
All right.
And then anyone else who we find, I'll just like give them the ones that I have for them. But I don't really have any plans, really. I kind of did everything that I needed to do today, so.
So let
Same.
me ask then, which ones do you want to role play, and which ones do you want to just sort of bullet point? I give this to this person and this.
Well, everyone gets one. Literally everyone gets one.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
so then if there are any on a short list of like you want to role play that scene.
Yeah, like the people we haven't really met / Hairomone doesn't super know very well, like Team Plantman, Team Cause and Effect, Team Indigo. They're obviously a lot more like just little trinkets, like yay, but they to be included, right? No one left out. But the ones that I would like to role play would potentially be, and this could be an or situation: Monarch, Mr. Menagerie, Helix, QuickTime. Ideally, priority would be Helix and Monarch.
Okay. I think we set up that Monarch
Yeah.
is most interested.
Yeah.
So why don't you paint the picture of where that occurs, and then we'll play it by ear how many we can get through.
I think I go. I think I just go to people's houses, and BB, you can come with. Like,
Yeah, I'll come through.
hang out with everyone.
If I think of anything, if she thinks of anything else she needs to do, she'll split off. But for
Yeah.
now, she'll just come through with you.
Yeah, I think I just go house to house. Like, here's your presents. It's Christmas.
Mhm.
So I guess we just start with Team Prestige.
Okay. So the door flies open and Monarch erupts out of the door and wraps you in a hug. And cannot bring you down because you're much more like physically strong than her.
Yeah.
And she kind of tries and she's like,
No, it's not happening.
no, it's not.
I'm too beefy.
Damn. And she kind of steps back and brushes herself off. She's in kind of loungewear, I think. She's wearing like probably like short, like gym shorts, like cotton gym shorts, and just sort of a loose t-shirt that says give me like just one word, like a shirt that you would see at Target.
Juicy.
Victory.
See, Juicy was what I was. Victory's good.
Oh, Victory.
Yeah,
is good.
I wanted like an original one in the style of
Oh.
Juicy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Can't beat the classic. Though.
Oh wait, well if it's supposed to be kind of like juicy, what about saucy?
Saucy.
That's also good.
Yeah.
What if it's just sauce?
Sauce? Yeah, that's pretty good.
So she's just wearing a t-shirt that says sauce on it.
It's sauce, but then the period is a little meatball, and then the underline is a spaghetti noodle.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
Her hair is up in a bun. I think she doesn't even have makeup on at the moment. She's just like, good. You know that I want this present really bad. Because I look a mess right now.
You don't.
She looks
but
incredible.
Yeah.
Like,
you
Yeah,
look
she
like
always,
a
she always looks
goddess.
incredible.
Yeah, you look like you stepped out of like skincare magazine, but whatever.
All right.
That is absolutely 1000% Monarch's reaction. Just
All right. Well
Legend.
then, I guess you can come in.
I give her a hug too.
Yeah.
I've seen her a little
Hey,
bit, but
Vinx.
we haven't like hung out. Hey.
Come on. Teatro's out at the moment.
Maybe I'll just leave this here for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Anyway.
seem like the kind of guy who like is down to receive presents in front of the person he's getting them from. It's that whole
no, I
kind of
get that
performance thing. Yeah.
Slide
Although
it
between
under
you
the
and me,
door.
I think he's in a meeting with the guest right now.
Oh.
Yeah. What could that be about? I certainly don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, me
I-
neither.
I take out in like a square flat-ish package and just like blue tissue paper with orange ribbon. I go pap, 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 pap. And I hand it to her and I say, this will help you not look a mess. To your room, if you will. Oh, okay. Well, the reveal was.
I think she started doing that.
Yeah.
She's like, oh,
The reveal will be much more reveal if you do it out of sight and then you come back. We're Scott
all right.
and Anya.
Right here. And he walks down the stairs like fully scotted out. Varsity jacket,
Scotted
button
out.
up shirt, yeah.
Real big
Hair is
fuckboy
parted.
energy.
He looks like he just got out of the shower. He smells like cologne.
Hell yeah.
He's
Not
like
mine,
fully dressed.
because he's not a real friend of mine, but whatever.
It might be actually. He might be the first person that you've seen today that is wearing it.
Wow.
It hits my nose and I'm like, yeah. You're gonna want to stay for this, number one. Number two, hello, and I hug him.
Hi. And then over your shoulder. Hi.
Howdy.
What's going on, gang? It's been a little too long for my taste.
Presents is what's going on. And I
Oh.
have yours, but we're gonna witness what's about to happen first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or about to be kind of a show, apparently.
She's gone.
Yeah.
All right. Well. Cool.
That
guys
awkward
kinda-
silence where you just
Yeah.
you sit there for a minute, you're just kind of like,
So what is happening with Monarch?
She's putting on her present.
Okay.
It is a piece of clothing.
Okay, so she comes out and it is.
And it is this
She's
floor
walking down the stairs.
yes,
The
this
spotlight hits her.
Yeah.
floor length burnt orange gown
Ooh!
that hugs her curves in all the right places.
Stop.
Like like it's like, I know I keep saying waterfall
Stop.
as a descriptor for everything, but I love like flowy things like that, but it does look like a shiny, like shimmery burnt orange gown, which is cinched at the waist, and yeah, it's
She's so hot.
Gorgina.
Where in the... Look at my Oz! I mean, look at it. Really. That's permission. She kind of like turns and then turns back and she goes, all right, that's enough. All right, that's enough. Everyone. So, as the most beautiful creature on the planet, I must officially give my statement of gratitude to the one, the only Hairomone.
You are welcome. I don't know what you could possibly wear that to at this current moment, but I figure it would come in handy given, you know, who you're connected to.
Well, I mean, theoretically, I could. She whips her hair and goes full like fire mode, and the wings come out, and she floats there until the dress is like dangling and brushing against the floor, like of the bottom stair, and she's like, I mean, get you a girl who can do both, right?
Hot.
The ears are just a little pink. And then I hand, is Matryoshka here? She out too?
She's out in the backyard. I didn't want to disturb her. She's working on the garden.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's...
But you can. I mean, if she knew you were here, she'd come in right away.
No, we'll go out to her. I get him his present, and it's a costatum blue, like ascot and or cravat. You can sort of turn it into whatever you want it to be.
Wow, this will go with anything.
Yeah. I'm well connected in the fashion world in both places, as you can tell. And then I go out to Matryoshka, and it's like a full like bakeware set, handmade pottery bakeware set.
She has gloves on that are just covered in like soil, and you see that she's working. I think maybe she's doing like tomatoes at the moment, and she's like, "Oh, I need to get the dirt off my hands if I'm going to engage with this in any meaningful way, but I'm going to engage in a very meaningful way. This is very thoughtful of you. I'm not going to ask where you are, what you're doing, because I imagine there's a great deal of secrecy and such, but I do hope that you had a good restful time. I mean, God knows you deserve it more than perhaps others do at this particular interval of time."
I mean, it was both restful and not restful, but in the best way, so we're good.
Yeah.
What about you?
Fine, really. Yeah, I had the chance to go be with family. A lot of them are slowly coming into town to see the tournament. So you know, lots of family members. Which great. It's great for me, but also just a little bit overwhelming. So I'm happy that they're coming sort of one or two at a time.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait to meet however many of them there are.
Yeah, imagine as many of me as there can be, and then like double it.
BB lets out a really long sigh.
They're going to sell out of tickets at the stadium just for Androthes.
Well, this is for our darling Shadow Boy. I think it is best if I leave it in your possession so you can give it to him later.
Oh, I mean, no, you could give it to anybody. It's not really a big deal. I mean, anyone could give Teatro a present, and
I just shoot her a knowing look. I'm like, I'm trying to wingman you here, okay?
Take the assist.
Take the assist.
Thank you.
Well, I have more presents to deliver. Santa Hairomone is in town, so I will see you later.
Count on it.
And I put my head on her shoulder as like a substitute for a hug.
I hit her with a finger gun.
Hell
Not
yeah.
a real.
She
not
goes,
a.
"Whoa!"
That was pretty funny. That was good. All right. As we're walking to wherever we go next, I take a selfie of me and Hairomone. Cute. And then send it to Jeremy and say,
Oh.
first day back. I'm not expecting really a response, but first day back. Wishing you were back with the team.
Thinking of you less than 3.
Exactly. P.S. Hairomone has presents for everyone.
I think you don't get a response for like a little
Yeah,
bit.
I didn't
Yeah.
expect that.
Yeah.
He's
Or I did
busy.
expect him not to respond. Yeah.
I think on your way out, Scott comes up to you.
Me?
I think Haramone's the one who he has a relationship with.
Yeah,
really.
that's true.
And he goes, "Will you be entering the one-on-ones?"
Duh. A dadoy. Are you? Because
I
if so,
think
you're
so.
fucked, little man.
I don't know. I should. I will. Yeah, I will. It's an amazing opportunity. I will.
Why are you hesitating?
Well, I mean, it's the situation, right? It's a little weird going up against legends. It's even a little weird going up against each other. I know it's all in the spirit of cooperation, but I don't know. Something about fighting for fun now makes me wonder what the priority should be. At least mine. But I
Well-
think it's good. It'll be good for me, for everyone.
Well, just think of it as like not fighting for fun, but just establishing who you are trying to be as a hero and showing off, here's what I can do. You know?
It's like a networking event more than anything.
Exactly. It's just with a little more pizzazz, I guess. I know that sounds weird coming from me, but it just
It's a gamified networking event.
yeah.
Of course, yeah. You're right, of course. It's a show of good faith, and we have and he smiles, he sort of stands up straighter, gives that $1 million smile, and he goes, "We have a lot to live up to. Let's show him how it's done."
Well,
Hairomone looks like they're gonna say something, but bites it back. It's a conversation for another time.
well, later days.
Yep.
Better days.
Yeah. Yep.
True.
Yep. Ooh.
Mm.
Okay, here's my next proposition. Instead of quick time. Knock knock.
Sure.
Nice. So we go to their house, Team Combio's house,
Okay.
and we knock knock.
Okay. Who's there right now? You're there to talk to Knock Knock specifically, right? Not everyone.
I mean, like knock knock is like I'm only naming certain characters as like the main event.
Yeah.
But that's just to direct where we're going to go.
Yeah. Well, for the sake of brevity, right? Knowing who you're there to talk to, I'm not gonna drown out the scene
everyone.
with characters you're not there to talk to.
Right.
So I'm just gonna say you can flag down the specific people you want to see. So
Yes.
you can catch Knock Knock by herself
Yeah.
at the house or anywhere really.
Yeah. I knock knock and I say presents, delivery.
Do I have to sign?
Only by just dipping a quill into your own blood. It's super simple.
Oh, that's fine. I keep a jar. Closes
How
the
old
door.
is she again?
and then opens it again. She's on the younger side. She's like 18.
Oh, I thought she was like 12.
No,
like
you're thinking Link.
A 12-year-old. Oh, right. A 12-year-old
well,
asking, "Do
Link
I have
is-
to sign?" is really funny.
Link is like 17. So
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah. Yeah, Knock Knock is in the category of Moonlight students who are your same age.
Yeah, gotcha.
Or
Okay.
BB same age. Yeah.
Mhm.
And she opens the door and she goes with her oversized sweater with the sleeves over her arms. Signing.
Scoop her up by the
Aw.
waist and like spin her around before putting her down and bringing out her present. I didn't actually think about what it should be. I thought of it. I think you know how when you would go to the mall or just like a touristy place and they would have those shops where they would have things made out of like crystal like glass.
Yeah.
I
You mean
think,
like crystal etching?
well, they're like little sculptures.
Are they inside the crystals? Like,
No, they are the crystal.
oh, for sure.
Or
Okay,
they
yeah,
are
yeah,
the
I know what you're
glass,
talking
but the
about.
glass
Yeah,
is like really shiny, like it's a crystal.
yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
I think Hairomone commissioned one of the artisans to make one of those, but it's a French fry.
Yeah.
It's like a McDonald's French fry holder with the
Excellent.
fries in it. Yeah, it's a paperweight.
Iconic.
Ooh. The spoils of war. The perfect set piece. Thank you. It's very good.
I have your the other twos. I'm just gonna leave them here, because I'm not gonna hunt anyone down really. So they can just let them know it's for me.
Okay.
And I see you later.
Okay. You don't have to go. I mean, I heard you were coming. I made dinosaur mac and cheese for lunch.
Well, how could I
Wow.
pass that up? Yeah, we have
We have
dinosaur
lunch.
mac and
Yeah.
cheese
yeah.
with
Incredible.
dinosaur nuggets.
It's organic.
Ooh,
Wow.
that's the only food I eat.
True.
Yeah.
And yeah, so you sit with her and have dinosaur mac and cheese for lunch.
Yeah.
While we're having lunch, maybe just sending out a flurry of texts. She'll text Hargrove with another selfie. This is her eating mac and cheese, and be like, "Yeah, the two of us," and be like, "First day back at school." To my
Okay,
surrogate
what's the
dad
most
figure.
dad text? Cool girls alert. You're like cool girl alert, like something like that.
Yes.
Look out, First City.
Oh shit.
Just text back, ha 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 ha, cowboy emoji.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that's it. That was just a little thing.
So cute. I think final one. I think we can safely say is, I gotta find Helix. I gotta
Okay.
find him. Give him his prezzies.
Let's see. What would be the most
Helix is dead.
interesting? Yep.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Hard reveal.
What is the most interesting place I could put Helix right now? I mean, if you tell him you're coming, he'll just
Yeah.
come meet you wherever. So
Mhm.
you can decide if you want to. Otherwise, I'm gonna make up something wild.
He's too polite. I mean, honestly, I think it would be funny if Hairomone was like, "Where are you?" and he says, "A crazy place," and Haramone's like, "Okay, bet," and then they just meet him where he is. Hairomone thought this out. They saved him for last, so the suitcase is empty, so they can like haul it up a tree or some shit.
Okay. He is on the helipad
Of course.
with express permission from Tonitrus and Dr. Quickstep in the sort of the tech tower.
Mm.
And it's not exactly Quick Tech Tower, but it is like where a lot of the laboratory gadgetry classes are. And it's a pretty tall building, and that's there is where one of the helipads for the school is. And he is working out up there. He's not doing the Batman pull-ups off the rails or anything, but when you go up there and find him, you do see that he has carried equipment up there. So he's just got like a very simple bench, and he's just doing weight training in the center of the helipad.
You're so
Is he fucking John Wick? Like,
extra.
calm down.
You're so extra. You're so extra. I love it. I love it.
Well, working out at high elevation actually does help.
Oh yeah, true.
What if a helicopter needs to come and land?
Well, that's why I needed permission slips.
Oh,
It's
fair enough.
I needed a time where there were, nothing was scheduled. And there are other helipads. It's okay. I mean, it just figured,
Can't
day
be
one,
that
we
high.
don't have a lot of,
Can't be that high of elevation. Can't possibly be.
well, high enough that carrying all this up the stairs was enough workout in itself.
LOL.
Are we here to talk about how abnormal I am, or are we going to say hi because I have missed your company?
Well, now I feel bad, and I hug him.
He's so sticky.
That's fine.
Okay.
We're all, we
Yeah,
all
he's
work
gross.
out in our
He's
sticky
kinda
at
gross
this-
right now.
at this champions program institution.
Yeah.
Baby gives him nucks.
Yep. He's ponytail form right now too.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Nice, hot.
he's like toweling himself off, and he's like, all right.
So are you done, or are you gonna keep going after this is over?
No, I can be done.
Because your present is actually, well, one half of your present is actually clothing, and I promised that I would report back on how it fit you. So I do need you to put it on, and also I need to get the thing back from you.
Right, of course.
the thing.
Well, you're both looking strong. I mean, have you've been training, practicing?
Took a leaf out of your book. I won't explain what that means.
My book? Oh, I know. I didn't write the book on training. I just read it. Well, nevertheless, everybody grab some weights. Let's take the stairs.
Woo! No,
He's
Yes.
forcing us to help him?
no,
No, you did this.
Sorry,
You did this
I
yourself,
thought that would
bro.
be- I
no.
thought that would be funny.
I'll take the weights.
No, I'll take it all.
I'm
Don't-
not taking
That
the
was not
stairs.
the best joke.
I just pick up
Okay.
some weights and I take the elevator.
Okay.
Anyways.
I don't want to be a dick. I guess I'll help. I'll pick up some weights.
I'm obsessed with this new energy that we have with everyone.
Yeah. We've really
I told you
settled
the
in.
tone. I told you
Yeah.
the tone was going to shift a little bit for this season.
So we meet him all the way up there just to go back to his room. So smash cut. Okay, so this first present isn't actually from me, technically. Short story is I was looking through all the selfies from the Gonberry Festival that I took with everyone, and my friend, she actually made my hero costume. She's one of the greatest seamstresses of our age. She makes a lot of people's clothing. Her powers, she has like great proportional sense. She can like sew anything based on sight. Blah 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 blah. She saw you in your hero costume, like I fucking told you. She went crazy, said I have to make something for him. So this is from her.
I usually don't enjoy clothes shopping that much. It's hard to find things in my size.
Well, you're in luck because she will make it exactly to your size because that's how her power works.
What is your size?
Out of
Is it-
curiosity.
like quadruple XL?
Something like that.
So you go, put that on.
Put it. Oh, I'm disgusting.
Well, take a shower first then. We have nothing but time.
You guys hang out in my house. And he goes and like he didn't mean it. Really is the energy of am I gonna make a Singles Inferno reference? I think
Do
I
it.
am.
Do
Anyone
it.
watch
Hit
Iconic
Korean
neck-
reality show.
iconic
Yeah.
Singles
Korean
Inferno?
reality show on Netflix? There's a guy on that show who says things that seem like they might be rude, but he's just kind of like that. And the part, if anyone has seen that show, where he's with Silky and she's like, "No, I can carry it, don't worry," and he's like, "Okay, carry it."
Then carry it.
That's the energy.
Yeah.
This is a reference for like Maybe 0% of our
Hey, that's a very popular show. Listen.
But it's also like that. It's two people doing that at each other.
Mhm.
It's Helix doing it at us, and Hairomone just like tennis batting it right
Yeah.
back at him. Like,
But
go
there
fucking
is-
take a shower.
There is no malice in the way that he said very bluntly, "You
Yeah.
just stay in my house." Then, like,
Mhm.
it's totally normal.
Yeah.
If it were anyone else, you might think that they were being a dick. So he goes and he takes a shower, and he comes back. I think he probably blow dries his hair so that it's not like he doesn't want to get whatever this is wet. So his hair is like
Yeah.
right now. And he sort of sheepishly comes out. Is he wearing it now? Whatever it is?
Yeah, I think Hairomone was like, I'll just give it to you so you can just put it on. So, it is a tight, kind of athletic wear, but not that like slippery. Black, I don't think you can tell because of the lighting, but there's like a texture to it where it's like kind of striped, but not in color, in texture. And it's long sleeve shirt, crew neck, with matching black pants and optional matching black gloves.
Nice.
But on each accent point, so like shoulders, elbows, knees, the knuckles of the gloves, there's sort of like slightly pointed, so it broadens his shoulders even more, makes his shoulders even pointier, makes his knees kind of pointy, kind of like Haremone's hero costume, how they have little pointed things on the knees and elbows and such. This like scaled, textured, I mean, it is made of a scaled hide, essentially shoulder pads, elbow pads, knee pads that are slightly pointy, and they're this dark, mottled green in places. You can tell this came from an animal, so it's imperfect, and it really brings out the flecks of green in his eyes, and it looks like a mix between like a weird tactical thing and a athletic thing, and yeah.
Nice.
As he comes down the stairs wearing this, I think there's something somewhat unexpected for you. I'm not going to dictate how you react to it, but there is a clear image where if you were to put handmade clothing from a place that outsiders have not been on anyone else, say like Mr. Menagerie or like Monarch, anybody, you could tell that they didn't belong in it, you know? On him, he walks with this confidence as he wears it that you maybe haven't even seen. Different than when he wears his hero costume, but that's the closest. The entire way that he carries himself, it's like there's relief in his step. Like he's been accustomed to wearing things more like this. And what things have been like for him, that's been the jarring thing. He is strangely at ease. And as he steps down, almost looking older, wiser, with these silent steps, he comes up to you and he sort of like adjusts the sleeve slightly, flexes his hands in the glove, and then looks at you.
Ollie is good. She's the best. She did write this to you. I didn't want to like just give it to you to like give you a shock. I have read it. It's pretty cringe of her, but she did. I'm not the kind of person who won't like just not give it just because I don't think it's like she wanted you to have it, so you can have that.
Hey, my friend's cringe as fuck.
My friend's cringe as fuck. And the reason it's cringe as fuck is if he opens it, it says, call me with her phone number. And
Woof.
with Alia with a heart.
He puts it in the back pocket.
Homie wants to get tight and wild, if you know what I mean.
In every facet of your life, you surround yourself with
Horny people, yes.
I was going to say skill,
Oh,
Horny skill.
but thank you. It's been some time since I've had. Thank you.
my present is probably not as impressive. I don't know, but here it is, and it's like a little rain capelet with a fasten made out of a claw. I think it looks great together. I didn't even know what she made for you, so this is incredible.
I need to find an excuse to go somewhere that I don't have to skulk around. I actually do need to go check up on the house a little bit. I've been trying to spruce it up over the month.
Ooh, I mean,
As much as I can, anyway.
I would love to assist you with that. I have a knack for interior design. You've seen my room.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Yes.
I have some goals
Okay.
going forward.
Mm-hmm.
There are things that I know that I need to be effective, to be complete, and I may have been neglecting them. The house is just the start, so hopefully, I mean, maybe if you want, you can help me engage with city life a bit more.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I've been hanging out in the city a lot too, so I could,
Teach
show
us.
you around. Yeah.
Good. Well, having something nice to wear is a start, so
And I snap a selfie and then I show him, I like crop out our faces, make a new screenshot of our cropped out faces version, and then I show him that I delete the original. She did ask for proof because she's so fucking weirdo. The thing.
yes. Go ahead and I mean, you can just grab it if you.
Okay.
Do I need to go? Is
No.
there some? Oh, okay.
I mean, you know what it is, but like
Oh,
there's, I just
It's the
I'll
it's the
explain.
big,
Yeah,
it's the
yeah,
big
yeah.
scale.
I'll explain later.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah, it's
okay.
the big scale. Yeah.
So I go up to his room, which is a weird. I think it's a weird feeling of like he's letting me go into his room alone. Whoa, crazy.
Ooh.
And I just like scan the room for it.
You notice there's it's there. I mean,
Mhm.
his room, people don't just go in there anyway, and even if you do, everything that he wouldn't want messed with is locked.
Yeah.
There is a lot of like individual locking mechanisms in his very simple space. Very sparsely furnished simple space. But he's left that out knowing you were coming to get it. So
And
Yeah, you can just grab
I pick it up, and I think we see a quick flash of just of a quick conversation of Hairomone being like, I don't want this for people to notice and then ask where this came from. So I think you should have it, and then I'll take it back. And when they hand it to him, he goes to pick it up, and they put a hand on his hand. And they look at him like saying like, don't miss me too much. I know it will be hard. And then we flash back, and Hairomone holds it to their chest, and they come down the stairs.
Yay.
I think he's looking at the picture and looks like he's kind of, that confidence leaves him because he's sort of outside of his body as he looks at an image of himself.
Mm.
And you coming down snaps him out of it, and he returns to kind of how he was before. And then he puts the picture away. He puts his phone away if you like send it to him.
Yeah. I'll send him the original, but delete the original off of my phone.
He says, I know we generally shouldn't talk too much about it, but if we happen to meet in the tournament.
I will fucking destroy you. I will kill you. I will bury you in the ground. Not really. I will probably get my ass beat. I'm just trying to overcompensate.
I'll destroy you.
At this point, I wouldn't bet against Team Pantheon.
Hell yeah.
So is that confirmation that you are entering the one-on-ones? And or the teams?
Who could say?
Who could say? Have you seen Dr. Guest around today?
Yes.
Nice. So have we. That was the, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make that clear.
Indeed.
What other classes are you taking? Do you know yet?
I'm keeping it minimal. I need to leave as much time as I can for a different kind of education.
Sure.
Besides, if I'm to sort of continue this persona development situation, well, getting a regular quote unquote degree from here might not be exactly the move that identity needs.
That's
Weighing my
fair.
options. One thing at a time.
Well, if we don't, we'll see you in one class to be sure, but we'll see you in the tournament too.
If you end up in combat philosophy, I'm sure we'll have a lot to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Hairomone, I just thought of something we could do. But if we want to kick it around here for a while, I'm more than happy to do that too.
Yeah, I just leave everyone else's presents for them on the counter.
Yeah. And they'll arrive at some point. Like
They'll
you can
pick them up.
for the rest of the
I assume for the rest of the day, I just keep getting like pictures and texts of people opening their presents and being like,
Yes.
"Wow!"
I think that's actually what we see. The next few pages are just sort of flipping through panels of the rest of the day that are images, like still captured images, almost through the perspective of your phones, of you meeting back up with everyone you've connected to in your life here. And one by one, we see these images until they get sort of bigger. And we turn the page as the sun has finally gone down, arriving at dinner time. And we just see an image of you back at the house, the door opening, and Silhouette standing there in the
I
doorway.
had something else I wanted to do before this. That's what I was trying to say really quick. I just wanted to, well, as we're walking back to the house, I say like, yeah, and the whole time you were upstairs, he was just looking at the photo of you two on his phone. He was just like staring at it. And I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to like be weird, but just so you know. And then I think that you said that the information about other fighters doesn't get released until next week. Is that correct? Yeah. Okay. I think that BB is still searching through social media and seeing if anybody who signed up is just like posting about it.
Oh, I know you're not supposed to.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
So they're not.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
I wanted to see if we could find anybody from the Legends Institute and get any information, but no, it's all good.
Interesting. Yeah.
So she just says the information about Helix, and that's it.
Interesting. And I think you could easily have said that information like outside the door, like that's what you're talking about, as the door opens and you see Silhouette standing there with an apron on with like splatters of red on it.
Blood?
No.
Blood?
There are little flecks of like green, like maybe oregano or something.
Is it spaghetti?
Spaghetti.
Close.
Spaghetti.
Yeah, it's like some sort
Is
of
it
tomato. It smells.
Lasagna?
It smells really strongly in here of like Italian spices, and cheese. It smells like you just walked into a pizza place.
Nice.
And it's like pretty good actually. And things are a little bit cluttered in here. The kitchen is like an organized mess. It's like a Silhouette style mess, you know? And you of course see her classic silhouette form with the little scar on her chin, kind of square face that she has, very strong features, big eyes, with her dark hair that falls straight down her shoulders, or right to her shoulders, with those trademark strands, the 2 strands that come down as her bangs. And she smiles with sort of dark circles under her eyes. And she goes, "Hey, I should, hang on. Come on. Sorry, why am I inviting you into your own house? Come on." And she takes off the apron and then she hugs you.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're back.
We hug for a long time.
I'm sorry I've been so busy. I would have come to see you as soon as both of you got back onto campus, but we can catch up later.
You've been busy as a bee. Like, you're barely even at home. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's true, isn't it? But I want to, make up for it. And as she's saying this, she looks at BB for like brief intervals. And it's hard not to notice. Like, she meets your gaze and she smiles, but she doesn't stay on you for as long as she does on Hairomone when she's speaking to both of you.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, I'm trying really hard not to burn the pizza.
Oh,
and
you
she
need help?
takes it out of the oven. And she's like, "No, I think it's good." And she takes out this huge pizza that she's made, like this big pan pizza. And it looks like she made the dough herself. She seasoned it.
Wow.
She's got whatever toppings that you guys like, but I think there's maybe ground meat. And she's like, "It's a cowboy pizza." Or maybe it's like half of it's like a cowboy pizza and the other half of it is like,
Veggie?
what would your one be?
Everything.
Oh,
or
hell
meat,
yeah.
Or meat lovers. We're about that
Yeah.
tane.
I think we're a meat lover household.
Mm-hmm.
That
And she's
protein.
made some lemonade or something. Like, she went all out. She
Wow.
made this whole thing. And she's like, "It's not much, but I'm looking up a lot of recipes online. I got some help. Ivy told me some pointers. I want it to be like good and appropriate, and this seems right."
Can I make a roll to see what that lack of BB?
Yeah, can I also?
Yeah, you guys can do that. I am gonna roll against it though.
Oh shit!
Let's fucking go. 4 out of 2.
I got a 5 out of 4.
Yeah.
4 out of 2 and 5 out of. You both got above.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mhm.
and she only rolled 1 out of 3. So
Oh,
Can you
well.
read the fuck out of your friend?
You can't.
okay,
Yeah,
so
you
both
can't
of you,
escape.
because you're above the max, you get, I think, the most out of it that you can, which is that the guilt that she is clearly exhibiting, it's not about just being busy. It's about something that's happening to her and having to keep it a secret from you. There is something, knowing her as well as you do at this point, there is something big and personal. She feels like, almost like she's betraying you in a way. She is overcompensating hard and trying to hide it, and she wants to tell you something so bad, BB specifically, and she just can't get there. And she is struggling.
Are we sitting down to dinner now? Like,
Yeah,
are
you
we
can just
at
go
the
in and
table?
get your food, and
Okay,
I guess you're noticing this as you're getting your.
Yeah.
your
We
plates
chit chat
ready.
as we're getting our plates ready, and then we sit down. And Vivi's like, I mean, like, you being up to so much lately. Like, it's supposed to be something big, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking as we're moving into our first year. I'll be eventually probably interning with most likely Quick Tech.
Yeah.
And us working together all the time. Maybe doing the like the tournament.
Do you want to do the tournament?
Yeah. I'm not gonna do the one-on-ones. That's for the fighters.
For sure.
Yeah. don't think I have anything to prove there necessarily. Not that I couldn't hack it,
Yeah,
but you know,
you could.
yeah. But the group, I would love to do the group tournament.
Mhm.
I just
Yeah.
there's some things I need to square away before we sign up. Nothing major. I have to reach out to some people, make sure everything's in order, that like my schedule is clear, because I've kind of already been. I'm functionally taking classes now. They're not really
Oh wow.
classes, but I'm. It's hard to explain. It's a little like double majoring.
Mm.
You might also call it like, I don't know what you would call it. But I have
Just
to check.
like-
I have to clear my schedule. But if we could
Okay.
wait to sign up until, can we push it to Friday? Is it okay?
Yeah,
That's fine.
As
Yeah,
long
I
as
don't
we
care.
do.
No, I will totally. We'll do it together.
We have our
We will
profiles
do it together.
We have our profiles ready, so it's truly just showing up and throwing it in there. Like it
Yeah.
can be whenever.
Yeah. And she really is. She is like yeah as you're talking.
Yeah. Are you? It feels like there's something you're not getting at. It feels like we're beating around the bush still. If there's something you don't want to talk about, we don't have to. But
No. Yeah.
Are you getting enough sleep?
No.
that's a good question.
You should be sleeping more.
Yeah.
I'm trying. Yeah, look, I don't want to freak you guys out. It's fine. It really is. I don't know. I guess there's some stuff I've got to decide, and we do need to talk about it, but not yet. I wish I don't like.
Everyone's being so cryptic today.
I don't like doing this with you guys. I mean, this is the most important thing that I have, and I don't want you to think that there's anything more important than that. And I hope you know I would never do anything to hurt you on purpose. I would never.
Whoa.
I'm not. It's nothing.
You
It's okay. I'm okay.
Let's
and it's
just
okay.
cut it off. You
Yeah.
can't tell us because you keep saying things that are more.
It
and more
keeps getting
concerning.
worse. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah. No, you're right. For now, though, I should just tell you that I'm okay.
Good.
In a weird way, I'm actually kind of amazing, really.
Wow. Good.
Yeah, it is. It is good. And this thing, when we talk about it, I trust that it's gonna be fine. And I
Sure
don't
will be.
want you to worry. And I think that when we sign up, we're gonna kick ass.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
I've been telling everyone who's been like, "Are you gonna sign up?" That we're gonna kick their butts.
I mean, we
including
already
Felix,
did.
So yeah.
We already did like real heroine. Like I don't think there's anything that even the Legends kids could throw against us that we couldn't take.
Yeah.
True.
Wish Jeremy was here, but
Mm.
at least we got a full 3.
Mhm.
Well, I'm gonna training with a psychic ghost inside your friend. I'm sure he's got a lot on his plate.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll see him again, though.
We will.
Yeah, I don't think a guy like that just like sort of stays in the desert forever.
Yeah.
You know, that's the kind of guy that comes back. If anything, I'm a little worried about what he's going to bring with him. But that's kind of exciting in its own way.
Hopefully
Yeah.
not murderous tendencies.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but Pillar is, I mean, trained with Pantheon, right?
Yeah.
He's kind of the perfect person to help. And Jeremy's a good guy, and he's doing something really important. I think he's paving the way for us right now. I don't know about you guys, but after everything all of this, the tournament. I mean, yeah, it feels important, but it's also like whatever happens, our lives aren't just about this one city anymore. I mean, yours never were, but
But is anyone's ever?
well, I think there's plenty of people here who think so.
Well,
Maybe
then.
not anymore. Certainly not me.
I probably used to think so. But, yeah, it's a wide world out there. I mean, wait, Silhouette, do you know what classes? You already are in classes. Are there any
Mhm.
classes that you're starting later on that we might be in together?
Oh yeah, and she starts showing you the schedule, and like she is
Okay.
in a fair amount of like there are certain general ed superhero classes that are like actually required. You all have to take that, like the general history of superheroes, starting from Moonrider to now. You need to understand those things, and also the political structure. You have to take like a superhero political science class.
I bet that's crazy because when we get to Pantheon, she can just be in the class and talk about it firsthand.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, exactly. So, in fact, that actually might be the case. I think Pantheon, because you're her only team, she doesn't have second years.
She's just teaching it.
Yeah,
I think she probably does have a history class because she knows.
amazing.
Yeah,
She was
so you
there.
can do that. So that's those sort of general like superhero history ones for sure. You'll all be in together.
Sick.
Yeah, there are pockets of her schedule that she is vague about for sure. She sort of writes it off as like that's like internships and tech gadget laboratory stuff.
Gotcha.
Whether
Hairomone
you
and I.
believe her or not,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say with that expert role, you probably don't.
Yeah.
It seems like whatever that is tied to whatever this is she's not telling you. And the nagging sensation that whatever that is somehow personally related to BB, it's probably a little scary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like why?
Yeah.
But she's trying really hard to push past that and have like one good time with you guys, almost like she's bracing for things to get crazy again.
Oh boy.
Yeah, BB's also trying to let it go, even though that is gnawing at her. I think she'd say, yeah, Hairomone and I are going to be in like a kind of side class as well with Dr. Guess. It's going to be crazy, though, because we're going to have to roll from an 8 a.m. combat philosophy class with Tonitrus into this weird second class with Dr. Guest.
Man, I don't remember. You guys signed up.
Yeah.
I actually did. I got the invite for Dr. Guest, but the time is
Oh,
really
yeah, it didn't
conflicting.
work.
But if you guys want to give me like the notes and stuff, he said that was fine.
Cool.
Sure, we'd do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to know. I mean, and Teatro will he'll handle it if you guys have enough on your plates. But yeah, do you have enough on your actual plates? I hope this is good. By the way,
It's so good.
It's so good. Improved a lot.
cool. Good. Well, I will put it on my resume. I no longer only invent non-edible items. Well, let's.
It's gonna be a year.
Oh yeah.
I might not be able to see you guys every day this week while I take care of some stuff, but let's promise to sort of make this regular. I mean, not me making pizza all day, but like just this.
Absolutely, you got it.
Just some semblance of normalcy.
Cheers.
Whatever that means.
Ding ding.
And she takes a drink of it and laughs. Genuinely, like really an actual tension-breaking laugh.
Mm.
And she's okay. Whatever it is, she's definitely not lying about that.
Good.
She believes that she'll get past whatever this is.
Okay.
And I think on that, if you guys are cool with it, I think we can fade sort of through the week as
Sure.
we see you guys just sort of reconnecting with the school, yet another one of those sort of silent series of panels of just daily routine, and it is a large semblance of normalcy.
I
At
imagine
least
we do
inside
like
the school.
the syllabus class sessions for each of our main classes where you just go in and get the info.
Yeah. So you're getting ready, you're doing research on like previous champions debuts, and finally we arrive at Friday morning. Silhouette has nowhere else to go. She gets up with you guys, and you guys head over to the center of campus, to the administrative tower, and you step up to that kiosk, that tent, where you will go inside and sign up officially. But as you guys are approaching and you're about to enter, 3 figures emerge from within, stepping out, presumably just having signed up. And they are 3 people who you have seen around. You know, they are in the Champions program, but you have personally never really interacted with them. Maybe barely in passing, but they're one of the few teams that you've had almost no contact with so far. But you do know for a fact that these are the 3 members of Team Indigo.
Oh.
Indigo, who, those of you who watched Volume 1, is the dark blue-skinned, like webbed-fingered aquatic superhero who seems to have a friendship with Pantheon, but we haven't seen that much of it. And these 3 figures who step out, they're sort of chatting together, but they're walking in this triangle formation with one person in the front and the other 2 flanking on either side. And I'm going to describe the 2 on either side first, and then the leader. To your left, you see a figure that at first is kind of like your attention might even want to draw to this person first, because he is truly very striking. You see a maybe 6'3", maybe even 6'4" man who is humanoid, but he doesn't have skin in the way we normally understand it. His entire body is bubblegum pink, smooth, completely hairless, and looks like he would be soft to the touch, like pliable. Even his fingers are rounded. There are no lines or angles on his body at all. And he has a big
horrifying.
He has a big smile on his face, and none of them are wearing superhero costumes. You just know who they are. But he's wearing this like bright yellow, complementary to the bubblegum pink button-up shirt that's like extra large and fits kind of baggy on his just sort of Gumby body.
I was about to say, is he Gumby or is he Baymax?
Closer to a Gumby. He looks like soft, like he's almost like he's made of taffy or bubblegum.
Gotcha, okay.
Yeah. He's on one side. On the other side, you see someone who looks maybe, I'm gonna say that he is 20, 21-ish. Dark skin. He looks, or like kind of a dark tanned skin. He looks maybe half Japanese, and has really curly hair, but it's dyed bright orange. And he is wearing kind of fancy clothes. He's got like a button-up shirt with an actual tie and a vest. And he is in an electronic wheelchair that is decked out with LED lights and circuitry. And it looks like there are something that the best approximation you could tell are like solar panels on the wheelchair. But there's wristwear that he's wearing that matches that sort of solar panel look as well. And it looks connected. It almost looks like it's actively drinking light. So that is the second figure that you see. And then the leader of the little triangle stepping forward and looking right at you guys, like walking up to you guys now that you've been noticed, is a young woman who looks actually like close to BB's age. She looks like she could be 18 or 19. She is wearing like grunge to southern rock sort of attire, like old school. She's got red and black flannel with the sleeves rolled up. she has like different bracelets on that are kind of mismatched from each other. Long blonde hair, smoky, like really big eyes, but they're like sunken in because they are just smeared with like a smoky just application of something black. Dark red lips, and that's pretty much all the makeup that she's wearing. Ripped jeans, and one of the things that draws your attention most is that she's wearing this choker that looks like it's kind of rigid almost. Like, if you look closely at it, you might think that there's circuitry in it of some kind. And she walks with this kind of this swagger of someone who isn't trying to be cool, but who genuinely is just like, I'm fine. Like, I'm just like,
I'm
here I am.
naturally this shit.
Yeah. Not in a pretentious way, just genuinely in like a, I am unaffected by what anyone else thinks at any given time. I'm just sort of here. And she walks forward with these two figures, these two other guys flanking her. And she sees you guys and she smirks. And she steps up and she stops. And she goes, "Hey, Team Pantheon."
Team Indigo.
Oh no, she's hot.
We've
Hand up.
Hey.
Hi.
She shakes your hand. And she goes, "We've never actually met," which is kind of weird considering our teachers are
Yeah.
pretty good friends, but I don't know, all in good time, I guess. Now it seems like a pretty good time. I'm glad to see you guys are signing up.
Glad to see you guys are too. Are you doing both the team and solo rounds?
Just team. We prefer
Oh.
to debut together. We're a pretty tight unit. You probably understand that.
Yeah. BB.
Overtone.
Ooh,
Oh, that's
That's
hot.
a good name, I say, in character.
Over here's Pink Man. Pink Man goes,
Yeah.
"Hi." Oh,
To the point.
hi. I would go to shake your hand, but I tend to prefer to let people consent to that before I just do it. People
Let's
tend
do
to be
it.
surprised at how squishy I am, so.
Let's do it.
Cool. It's squishy, but he's warm. It's not horrible. It's just very soft and pliable, and if you squeezed, it would like memory foam.
Whoa. Your whole body does that?
Baby, don't be rude.
Sorry.
No, I mean, she's right. My whole body does that. That's my power.
Sorry. Well, it's cool power.
Thank you.
I just shoot lasers out of my fingers.
No, actually, no. I've seen it before, and I was actually wondering. Do you think that sometime you could actually like shoot at me a little bit? Because I'd like to see if it would bounce off. That would be really helpful for me to know before the competition. And
In a hyper-controlled environment, let's do that.
oh, sure, yeah. I mean, school is a pretty controlled environment.
Just
And-
shoots him in the head. Right now.
Overtone laughs like a kind of a gravelly laugh, honestly. All right, well, and then of course over here, this dapper fellow is Light Rider.
Oh, that's a cool name too.
Light Rider. Yes.
Light Rider does go to shake all of your hands, and Silhouette has trouble hiding, just being like so impressed by the wheelchair.
Mm.
Because you can see, like, clearly
is
this thing's
impressive.
got panels. It's got like it has an engine.
Whoa!
visible
That's
engine.
rad.
Let's go.
You might have caught the eye of our resident techie here.
Mhm.
Yeah, sorry, I don't mean to stare, but it's so. Can I ask you who built that? And Light Rider goes, "Oh yeah, of course. I mean, no, really, I built it actually. It took a while. I had some input from Quickstep and all that good stuff, but you know, fun.
Fun.
Did you guys get the presents I left for you at your door?
We did actually. Very nice. Lots of good smells.
Yay. I'm glad
We've
you like
heard.
'em.
I mean, everybody knows about you, Lord. Truly. So, the idea of whether or not you were going to sign up as a unit, it's been a topic of some discussion in our little cadre here.
Well, I look forward to going head to head with you, staring at Overtone.
Yeah, well, just because all eyes are on. Whoa, why did that happen? She goes, yeah, well, my thinking is, with all eyes on you, no one's gonna expect Team Indigo to come out of the shadows. I hope you don't mind a little healthy competition, new friend.
I mean, we've been looking for some competition for a while.
That is what I like to hear. Oh, and here. She takes out her phone, and does if everyone has that group chat, does that mean everyone has your contact information?
I think it's one of those things where it's like maybe one person in our whole class has everyone's contact information,
Monarch.
and then it's just
Okay.
random numbers.
Yeah.
If you don't have, yeah, it's
You have
definitely
socials?
Monarch. I have a phone.
Yeah, I see that. No, she doesn't say She is not an sayer. She goes, I've got a gig coming up later this week before the tournament. If you need to unwind a little bit, you guys are welcome. Everybody is.
What do you do? What's your gig?
Yeah, it's more fun if you look it up yourself. I don't like to brag.
I gotta go, gang.
But you're doing it right now.
Yeah.
So.
The flex.
No, we'll go. We'll come.
We'll be there.
We'll be there. You'll see
Wait,
us.
it is the end of the week, so does that mean like it's tonight, or is it tomorrow?
Or is it next week?
Or is it next week?
It's next week.
Okay,
yeah.
sick.
Oh, gotcha.
During
Okay.
yeah.
Bet.
So
I
No.
search. I think BB does have a social media account, but it's like she has like 15 followers. Looks up the Overtones thing.
In front of her?
Yeah.
Oh.
She is the lead singer of a band, of a rock band. Yeah.
Wow. That's you?
Yeah, one and only. But
Is
not
that-
one night only. We show up when we can. Trying to make a little bit of a name, identities and all that. But really listen, let me level with you. I'm not about the weird posturing trope thing.
Okay.
I don't know if other teams are going to start coming out of the woodwork and being like, hey, you get competition, Team Pantheon. I don't really care about that. Honestly,
That'd be so weird too, because like we're friends.
Yeah.
well, there's that, yeah. So, going up against legends, you never know. That could be more of a factor. But either way, you beat us or we beat you. Either way, somebody's going to owe somebody a drink. Music is the unifying factor. Something to do.
It's a deal.
Take some of the tension off. Look forward to seeing you out there.
All right. Well, we got to go sign up before registration closes and all that, but nice to meet you finally.
Yeah.
Catch you on the flip side.
She sort of I think she like blows her bangs out of her face. She's
Nice.
later, Team Panth. And she brings her team. Pinkman turns as you guys are going and actually does you see that he stretches. Like he has Mr. Fantastic stretchy powers.
That's
He
cool.
outstretches his hand when he's a little bit more at a distance to like shake your hand again and goes, "No, it really is good to meet you. I really would love it if you shot me sometime though. I really do mean it. I want to know how much if I can deflect energy." Pink man, leave the nice people alone. Sorry, right. Yeah. Bye.
Peace.
Peace.
Well, that was
Love, peace, and taco
some people
boots.
we hadn't met before.
Yeah. Yep, that guy is going to be a problem for me personally. Got to make sure I stay up close.
Yeah.
Honestly, a question for you, DM.
Okay, that was like me or Silhouette. Yeah.
Is there a way that I can watch like training footage of everyone? Is that
I would
like
wanna do
something
that
that
too.
exists?
Oh, interesting. Maybe you'd have to ask around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I look through Overtone's social media and see if there's training videos on there?
For fighting, no. Overtone's social media is actually for like
Music.
her identity.
Gotcha. Okay.
She front loaded you with secret identity.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hot.
So what you're looking at is like nothing hero related at all. It is actually her like front woman persona.
Damn.
Nice.
Yeah, I want to watch those training videos too.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll ask Pantheon if we can get our hands on those,
Mhm.
especially for people we haven't met and or trained with before.
Over the next week after you sign up, you can definitely, because like the tournament's not going to start once the announcements are up. Like there's Monday, it goes public, the bios,
Yeah.
and then another week will go by with people like maybe doing interviews, learning about who these people are, if they want to do that, and then it starts
Got it.
for real. So
Should we
there
go
is kind of a
register
window
now?
of time. Yeah, Silhouette goes, huh. I don't really know what to do with that interaction.
Me neither.
They seem nice though.
We'll get to know them.
It
Yeah.
was just funny because she was like, I don't do the whole posturing thing, and yet
That's exactly what I was thinking. It was entirely posturing.
So
Maybe it's one of those like mind fucky things where it's like by not caring, it still shows that like it's still kind of like a weird persona that you're putting on to show that you're not caring.
well, because like my thing is like, cool, nice to meet you. Hope we can be friends. I'm still gonna beat your ass.
Yeah.
So, you know,
People who don't actually care don't have to say that they don't actually care.
real.
Yeah, I guess there's no normal way to have that interaction.
It wasn't that way for sure.
Yeah.
Like Pinkman and Light Rider were a little more normal. But I think maybe it's just her personality. She's just naturally like that. So like even though she says she's not doing one thing, her personality is still kind of doing that thing. So it's like, well, are you or aren't you? Not important. She
Not
seems
important,
very
but-
nice.
Yeah.
And I want to know what eyeliner that was.
Well, I think that went a lot better than the first time we met Team Prestige, and that turned out fine. So
Yeah.
maybe I'm worried about nothing. Shall we?
We shall.
So you step into the tent, and you see the sort of computer terminal inside, and you all have to like type in a code, essentially a unique code to you that is tied to your. It's like a serial number on your licenses that you can tie in, and your bio and everything is linked up to that, and you just submit, and you're in the system.
Sick.
And BB, specifically, as you're typing out your information on this touchpad, we turn the page to later that evening, where we find you typing on a touchpad in a different location, sitting back in that same booth yet again at the Triple Thread. You're sitting there, this time by yourself, no Pantheon. You're typing on the interface at the table to order food.
Yeah. Tonight we're going with a chili pizza. Even though I just had pizza.
Everything is chilly with BB.
There's a blip indicating that someone wants to be allowed access into your booth. And it's Decker.
Let him in. Hey, Decker. Sorry, I was just getting some food before I start working this evening, you know.
Oh. The food can wait.
Huh?
There's been a bit of a development. I thought you'd want to know as soon as possible, and as a professional courtesy, you have been doing great work here and bringing in quite a bit of revenue.
Oh yeah, do you need me to fight tonight? Because I could do that if you like.
No, I don't imagine you're going to be in the right mindset to do so.
What is it? Wait, you didn't just say it?
He slides a soda across to you and closes the booth, soundproofs it again. Instead of leaning back, this time he leans forward, and his face actually does have some approximation of empathy on it. He says, "A man like your father," and he knows that, right? Or not?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't like, "Look for this man."
No.
Yeah. He says, "A man like your father is not found unless he wants to be. Now, I've had my feelers out most of this month,
Yeah.
and zip. Now, I've got my resources, so I kept pushing because, as I said, professional courtesy, and you've been doing a wonderful job on both counts."
Yeah, I know all that, but what?
Well, as it happens, late last night something pinged. I've been keeping tabs on a strange sort of situation. A group of low-level villains who were let out of jail over Halloween of all times. Seemed innocuous enough, but they're in the wind. No one knows why. Word on the street is they've called in an expert to investigate, someone who was coming to town for other reasons. And that's just the thing. Your father. Well, he's in the city. He's here.
Where?
And that is where we will call the first episode of Volume 3.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
dude.
Oh, shit. Hell yeah. You're
My
a little
machinations.
crafty little guy.
You
You're a
little
weaver of
fucker.
stories.
God, it feels good to be back.
Yes, I
Yeah.
missed. I've been listening to Hairmone's playlist this whole week, and every
Fuck yeah.
time I do, I'm like, I grip the arms of my chair, and I'm like, God, I'm so fucking excited.
Hell yeah.
That was awesome.
Well, that was just the first of many surprises in store. So I will see you all next time. I hope you had fun, and until then, keep it super. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.